10 performers on this, so that's great. Welcome. It's going to be a fun afternoon. How many of you are doing this for the first time? This is the worst part of making people say it. Okay, first time. Okay, first time. Oh, all of you are first time. Okay, cool. So it's on the onus of people who've done it before to make sure the mood set's intact because they've done this before, right? You guys haven't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I mean, what else? Okay. So, guys, I'm your host. You are audience performer. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just putting out the roles.
So meta.
So meta. I have to describe it. Okay. So when I host, I like interacting. I like having conversations. Okay. So we'll have random conversations throughout this process. Don't be afraid, scared. You can be nervous. You can be whatever you want. Actually, I'm no one to tell you that. But I'm just saying that don't be nervous, even if it's your first time or your 10th time or your 100th time. It's going to be a fun afternoon. You're here to share whatever you've written, share vulnerabilities, and we'll all have a listen at it, appreciate it in whatever form we can, and yeah, move ahead to life. How many of you are working today after this? How many of you are? What do you do?
I actually have an internship, so like I have to make reports
Okay.
and all. I have to do the grunt work.
Okay. What kind of internship is this?
I'm actually a researcher. I'm in a research lab. I
That's
technically
damn
am a
cool.
student,
Yeah.
but I work in a research lab, so I have to make reports.
That's really cool. I hope you have a good time here and then you are motivated to go make reports. And who else is working? Anyone else? Yes, what do you, sir? What do you do? Oh, okay. But it's like an ad agency or creative solutions? Okay. But you're working, okay, fair enough. Makes sense. Anyone else working? What do you do, sir?
I have to go home and make reels for my sister.
Okay. That yeah. There is a context to it. There is a context to it.
Yeah, so
Now give context. It's a nice
context also.
Yeah.
So I don't know, my sister sells this sharbat all over India called Pudina Punch.
Yeah.
And I help her like sell it. She makes
Yeah.
it and I sell it.
Yeah, you should check this out. It's real, for real. You should check this out. It seems like we're just making this up right now, but it's real. It's real, guys. So check out the page. It's called Swasti Knows Best, right?
Yeah.
It's called Swasti Knows Best, and you should try the Pudina Punch. It's too good. Who else was working somewhere here? Yeah. What do you do?
I work in an ad agency.
Okay, fair enough. Nah, I mean, mostly, like we don't have break on these days. Like, weekends are our days. Weekdays is, and we chill, I guess, in a way. But ad agency, yeah. Every week we have at least one person who works in ad agency who's working on a Sunday, so my empathies to you. Yeah. But welcome, either ways. I hope whatever happens today, you have a good time and you go back home and you can go back to work or go back to your Sunday. Basic rules, everyone's going to get 4 minutes. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, there'll be a light that will pop in the back. When that light pops, you have 30 more seconds to finish the piece. You can do as many pieces as you want in 4 minutes, but please, let's respect time. We have a bunch of people and we have an event after this. So it'll be fun if we all can get equal amount of time to do this. Second, have fun. You made it here. It's a Sunday. You got ready. You came here. Yeah, have fun. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have fun. You guys can sit like this, have fun. Whatever works for you. We all are going to have fun. It's okay to feel what you're feeling, but you're here for a reason. So I hope you enjoy that moment. Third, give a trigger warning if there's any kind of trigger that anything that might trigger people from any part of your piece. Give a trigger warning in the beginning. Someone can step out for 4 minutes, come back. Let's not ruin people's Sunday because it's a Sunday. बहुत लोग काम कर रहे, बहुत लोग काम नहीं भी कर रहे, but yeah. And fourth, if it's a first time, say it's a first time. I feel like people find it very cute and they all cheer a lot more when you say it's the first time anyway. So if it's the first time or not your first time, if you feel nervous, just say it's the first time. People will be nice. And you're here to share, okay? Just be honest. Everything else is fine. If you fumble, if you fuck up, I think it's okay, right? No one's gonna be like, that's high. I expected high standards from you, now leave. No one's going to do that, right? No one. So just say what you have to because you're here for that reason, okay? And people are going to be supportive. We'll try that because we have to. Now we have to. Usually, when I say hi, I realize कि आज होने वाला कि नहीं. तुम लोग के साथ एक बार try करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा, practice करना पड़ेगा, okay? So I'm going to call a random person, okay? Not any of you, random, hypothetical person. You have to pretend like you really want to know what they have to say and clap and cheer for them, right?
Yeah.
Can we try this?
Yeah.
Okay. Na 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 na. Okay. Cool. So keep the energy there, right? We're 10 people. Keep the energy there. All right. That's about it. Apart from that, you don't need to know this, okay? You don't need to know this. But tomorrow is my birthday. You don't need to know this. You don't have to clap also. No, you don't have to. No. What happened? I'm born. People are clapping for that. Like I've survived 27 years of the existence on this bare earth, and now I'm going to add one more year to it. Nothing great. I just want to talk about something. I just have to give context because I want to talk about my life on stage and how things have transformed in this life, because I think like that's a lesson for me to learn about how life comes a full circle. So we'll talk about stage. We'll talk about your stage experiences, my stage experiences. We'll see how it goes. But we have 2 hours together, okay? Just 2 hours together. Make sure we all have fun together, learn, enjoy, whatever, right? Okay? So I guess excited to begin today's program.
Yeah!
We have a first timer, which means you have to go a little more wilder, a little more crazier. Okay, when you clap. Also, the timer is there just in case you realize, okay, you want to see the time. The timer is there. Cool. And if I get names wrong, you can correct me. It's fine. Don't. People feel weird saying no. It's fine. You don't say no. So just get it. Okay. So first time performer. Yeah. No. Nothing at all. Okay, guys, you really want to begin this today's open mic? It feels like we need to have a conversation before that. Are you guys sure you want to start this?
Yeah.
I can keep talking. It's been 5 years I've been doing this. 2 hours I can talk. मेरे को कुछ नहीं है. मैं बैठ के बात करूँगा. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that also. It's fine. Yeah, you also. Oh, you want shuffle randomly? So what if your name comes first? Oh, okay, cool. Fair enough. Okay, cool. It's fine. We can go somewhere else. You know what happens in a situation like this? The only people I know, I look towards them, and I'm like, मैं इन लोगों को बुला लेता हूँ, because it's so much chiller.
सही बात.
I'm literally going to call Parth now. He's nodding his head.
कौन बोला shuffle?
Okay, I'll call another person. Okay, I'll call the second person. Okay, but we can't begin if you don't clap. Don't give any participation. It's not going to begin. First person. Can we please have Ishan? Sorry, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. keep clapping till he comes on stage. Keep clapping. Yeah.
I know this is a small place, but can everyone at the backside hear me? Am I audible like when here? Okay, just tell me when I can start, and I'll be good to start. Shubham, let me know whenever I can start.
You can start anytime.
Irshad.
Thank you. My first time, guys. हेलो दोस्तों, कल तक ना हम एक दूसरे को जानते थे, ना एक दूसरे को पहचानते थे। ये सिलसिला कल वापस रिपीट होगा। हम एक दूसरे को फिर नहीं जान पाएंगे, पर हाँ, आज की कहानियों से हम एक दूसरे की एक पहचान बना पाएंगे। मेरी कहानी शुरू होती है सन 1991 से, जब सचिन तेंदुलकर थोड़ा सा कच्चा हुआ करता था और गुप्ता खानदान का दूसरा बच्चा पैदा हुआ था। हाँ जी, खरगोशों के परिवार में एक कछुआ पैदा हुआ था। गली गली में हुआ था शोर, देखो लता एंड विपिन जी जस्ट डिलीवर्ड वन मोर। आज उस बात को 31 साल हो गए हैं। जो पहले सारे काले बाल होते थे, अभी कुछ सफेद बाल हो गए हैं। आज उन्हीं 31 सालों के कुछ पल मैं फिर जीना चाह रहा हूँ। कुछ अल्फाज हैं जो मैं आपके सामने बहते हुए देखना चाह रहा हूँ। जैसे नीलेश मिश्रा जी ने कहा है ना, छोटे शहर का लड़का हूँ मैं, आई एम अ स्मॉल टाउन बॉय। आज उसी यादों के एडिट बॉक्स से निकलेगी एक कहानी जो मेरे मन ने हमेशा से है जानी, बट कभी कह ना पाया हूँ मैं अपनी ज़बानी। ये कहानी है मेरे और मेरे पापा की। ये कहानी है मेरे और मेरे पापा की, जिसने मुझे ज़िंदगी में कुछ नहीं सिखा के भी सब कुछ सिखाया है उस एहसास की। ये कहानी है मेरे और मेरे पापा की। मेरे वाले पापा वो पिक्चर वाले पापा में से बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। अपनी दुनिया में ही मग्न रहते हैं वो। दिन में तारे और रात को धुएं के छुहारे छोड़ते हैं वो। इस दुनिया के बीचों बीच रह के भी दुनिया से बहुत दूर रहते हैं वो। और यहाँ मैं हर दूसरे इंसान में कहानी ढूंढने निकल पड़ता हूँ, और कभी कभार तो खुद से ही अकेले में बातें कर लेता हूँ। क्यों है हम एक दूसरे से इतना अलग? क्या है जो हमें मिलाता है? मैं कितना भी सोच लूँ मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है। मेरे और मेरे पापा के बीच प्यार है, टकरार भी है, कबीर भी है, गुलजार भी है। बस एक चीज की कमी है, इजहार की। पापा, बचपन से लेके आज तक आपकी और मेरी ज्यादा जमी नहीं है। इन 31 सालों में हमारे बीच बातों की एक कमी रही है। ऐसी ढेर सारी बातें हैं जो मेरी और मे बी आपकी भी दबी रही हैं। आज कुछ अनजान लोगों के सामने मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, क्या पता आप भी कल सीट पे सामने हो गए और मैं फिर बह रहा हूँ। बचपन में जब आप ऑफिस से घर वापस आते थे, ऐसे ढेर सारे ख्वाब थे जो मेरे बढ़ते जाते थे। आपके जैसे बनना था मुझे, आपके जैसे बनना था मुझे, खुद के पैरों पे खड़े होके दुनिया से लड़ना था मुझे। कभी कह नहीं पाया मैं आपसे। घर आते ही आप अपनी जिन की बोतल और अपने ख्यालों में खो जाते थे। और आप अपनी जिन की बोतल और अपने ख्यालों में खो जाते थे, उन लम्हों और उनकी गहराइयों में खुद को धो जाते थे। शुरू में जो बात शुरू हुई निराशा से और ख़त्म हुई कलेश में, मैं आपसे दूर होता गया आपके एडिक्शन के हर फेज में। आपने मुझे आपकी बोतलें छुपाते हुए तो देखा होगा, पर अंदर ही अंदर रूठ रहा था मैं और दर पर दर टूट रहा था मैं। गलती आपकी थी या मेरी, हमें से यहाँ कोई भी कानून नहीं है। मुझे बस ये पता है कि आपके और मेरे बीच एक सुकून नहीं है।
वाह वाह।
सॉरी। आज इसी कहानी को मैं आगे बढ़ाना चाह रहा हूँ। आज उसी कहानी को मैं आगे बढ़ाना चाह रहा हूँ। बस एक बात कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि आपके बीच, आपके और मेरे बीच एक सुकून नहीं है। I'm so sorry guys. I'm just like missing it.
That's okay, man.
I'm so sorry I've gone a bit overboard.
That's okay, just check and continue.
Okay. अब महसूस करता हूँ मैं वो लम्हे, अब महसूस करता हूँ मैं वो लम्हे जिससे आप गुजर रहे होगे। अब खुद जी रहा हूँ मैं वो सपने, और रियलाइज करता हूँ कि आपके कितने ज़्यादा लगे होंगे। You know what, Dad? You know what, Dad? I just can't stop thinking. How you finally gave up drinking when the whole world thought that me and my entire family will actually go down sinking. You gave up all your drinks and all your drinking. When all of us had lost hope, and when all of us had literally lost hope, you turned around and really proved it. Who was the real goat? Just lost track towards the second half. हमने इतने साल एक दूसरे के बीच बना ली है इतनी दूरी। हमने इतने साल एक दूसरे के बीच बना ली है इतनी दूरी। हाँ, थी मेरी कुछ और कुछ आपकी भी मजबूरी, पर अब नहीं रखना चाहता हूँ मैं इस रिश्ते को अधूरा। हंसना, खेलना और वो सारी चीज़ें वापस जीना चाहता हूँ मैं पूरा का पूरा।
वाह।
ये है मेरी और मेरे पापा की कहानी।
वाह।
ये है।
वाह, बहुत अच्छे, बहुत अच्छे।
One more time. Can you please thank you so much for being vulnerable with all of us. I think it's a great space to be in, and being honest. I think that's a mad one. So thank you so much for doing this and being our first performer and doing this. It also reminds me, I'm not Shubham, guys. I forgot to mention this. I was going to say this before. Shubham, I don't know, for whatever reason, Shubham couldn't make it. And I'm his substitute teacher instead of him today. My name is
Class
Harsh.
teacher.
Yeah, my name is Harsh, and I'll be your host for today afternoon. This is why, you know, I would do this every week, and the week I'm supposed to do it, I forgot that I'm supposed to say my name up front. My name is Harsh. You can call me Shubham. Shubham also is great. He's a great poet. Like, I don't mind taking his name. So thank you so much for doing that. I'll randomly go silent, okay? I'm just letting you know. I find it just comforting once in a while to just be quiet. I'm okay. You guys seem like very uncomfortable at this point. Like you're supposed to tell me something. It's okay. Cool. I just want to know, when was your first stage experience? First ever time you went on stage?
I have been doing this since my school days.
That's mad. So, do you remember when in school, what grade or what time or?
I think I was in my third standard and my father used to write me the speeches and I used to go and memorize it and go and write it there. So
That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. You?
I actually go for public speaking every Sunday,
Okay.
but I guess I started writing about when I was in second standard. I started performing quite recently, but speeches I've been giving from seventh grade.
What is the Sunday thing though? You mentioned like.
It's Toastmasters, if you know.
Okay.
I'm not,
Okay. Not allowed to say
supporting
it.
any
Oh, it's not so.
thing, but
It's
it's
not
a
like.
public speaking platform where people are allowed to give speeches and go for like better leadership skills, better
Okay.
communication.
Okay, okay. But that reminds me in general, we are live streaming this on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel called Habitat Studios. If you haven't, then like, share, subscribe. We are going, we are going live right now. So all of that you are going to mention might come on the live. I'm just saying. No pressure. You can find the link of it on our channel, and you can send it to people right now and say, hey, you know, I'm going to be performing at some point. Photos, each of your photos will be clicked. You will get it in 3 days, 4 days, maybe 5. You'll get it. You've clicked everyone's photo, you'll get it. Don't worry. In your DM, you'll get a link for Drive. You can take your photos from there. And if you do, you can also use that piece that you're going to perform from YouTube and put it on your social media. But please give credit. I think the team working really hard for this, so they do deserve credit for this. So please do that. बस बाकी तो वही है. But thank you both of you for sharing. First time on stage.
First time on stage.
If you remember, whenever you remember, earliest memory.
Yeah, some poem recitation only. It was some Gigi Boy Jamshedji
Whoa.
poem. Like it's.
What?
It's a thing. I don't know. It was
Oh.
a joke
Yeah?
sort of poem that just dad gave me. ये जाइए करके.
And?
I was like cool. किया मैंने भूल गया मैं. फिर क्या आ गया मैं वापस.
But you had to do it in front of the class.
No, it was in front of the entire school. It
Oh.
was some recitation competition.
Okay, thank you. That almost led me into my story, which already knows. The first time I went on stage, you won't believe how amazing, you know, how much option I had. I was in, to give you context, I'm from Bangalore, I'm not from Bombay. And first off, my school was in an all-boys school, and then I moved to a co-ed, because my parents are like, life isn't challenging enough, we should make it more. So we went to a co-ed. But when I was in my first school, okay, I was in probably UKG, first standard. A very shy, scared kid, okay? To give you an explanation, this is who I am today, okay? I feel firm, I feel confident, if I feel like aspiring and doing something, I can do it. And this is me when I was young, you know, constantly scared, not being able to deal with people, not being able to make peace with who I am or what I was. And I wouldn't talk a lot. I started talking at the age of 20, I'm going to turn 28 tomorrow. Started talking at the age of 20. That's why now I can't stop, the tap's open.
Now
you
you're
can't do
making
anything.
up for lost time.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's why. And people are like, why you talk a lot? I'm like, because I haven't for 20 years. I was in school, class, sitting down. And I was one of those kids that if there was no attendance system, you wouldn't know I came to school. Because I would be in a corner, right? So I was there. And unfortunately, that day, I was present in school. Unfortunately. Because my vice principal walked in, she looked around, and she said, you come here. So I went. And usually, a vice principal, some head calls you. Like, because we are humans and when we are in the society, we are taught to be like, something is fucked up. Like, it can't be something nice. It's always like something messed up, now I'm done. So I'm already freaking out. Okay, so I go towards the class teacher where she and the class teacher are sitting. And they tell me that, they don't even tell me, sorry. They talk to each other. And they said, ma'am, I'm thinking of putting the student for that. She's like, yeah, okay, I think you should put him for that. I have no idea what that means. I'm just standing there, shivering. Okay, I'm like, pata nahi kya hoga, kya bol rahi hai. तो मैं डायरी में लिखने लग गए, मेरे को नहीं समझा. When I opened it, when I went back to my seat and opened it, it said I'm going to be speaking in front of the whole school a week from now, and they've given me something to recite, something to memorize, whatever. Ratta marna, basically, not even memorize. I don't think I memorized it. So I come back home, I spoke to my mother. She's really, really happy because her son's going to speak in English in front of the whole school. So for her, it's like, yeah, you know. So the day comes. I mean, 1 week she, prepares. She really, really works hard. She makes sure I'm ready. I come to school. I don't have any realization that today is the day. I come to school. I sit. The vice principal comes to my class, tells me come. I'm going. I'm freaking out. I have no idea. That's called anxiety or nervousness. Like I'm just freaking out. कि कुछ तो होगा, पता नहीं कैसे होगा. And I'm, the thing when you're nervous and you're repeating the thing, so you are like, I'll never forget it. I don't think anyone should do that. I feel like you forget more. So then I reach this spot. There's a mic stand. I'm standing. Behind me is the vice principal. She had to do some bunch of things, and then she taps on my shoulder, and I start talking. Now my mother was there. So I reach and I see the whole school, teachers, parents, students, everyone sitting in this huge ground that we had. So I reach the place and I'm there. She taps the shoulder. I'm supposed to start. I was supposed to start. And I look at my mom, who I'm assuming at that point had glimmer in her eyes, and she was like, yeah, today's the day, so cool, And I just look at my mom, and I'm Gujarati. It doesn't make any sense right now. You'll understand why. So I just look at her, and I say, Mummy, ave su kaho? Which means, Mom, what do I say now? In front of the whole school, I've blanked out, and I'm just asking my mom, what do I do now? Can you tell me from there? So can you prompt it? I will say it out loud. So that was a really, really fun day for me. Not my mom. I don't think it was a fun day for my mom. She really, really she didn't know what to say also. She's so angry. She's like, we did so much, right? Like, why did you just go and say it? And I was like, I forgot. And she's like, I can't tell you anything. But after so many years also, now also when I tell her I'm going for a show, she reminds me of it. She's like, remember that day you fucked up? You forgot shit. Like, don't do that now. And I'm like, thanks for the motivation. But that was the first ever time on stage. And I was just like, nah. I mean, the reaction of my mom, I just found that very disfun, and I was like, maybe it's not for me. But I didn't think so much because it didn't really matter to me because I didn't do anything wrong. I just forgot. Okay, cool. Thank you for listening. Can we also have a round of applause for them for sharing? Yeah. Unfortunately, in my JD, it's given that I have to make you guys clap. So any small thing or big thing, no, it's fine now. It's fine now. I will tell you. You'll be tired by the end of it. People have given me feedback by saying you make us clap a lot, and I'm like, मेरे JD में यार तुम्हारे में भी है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Okay, next person's the first timer again. Okay, so you know what to do. थोड़ा यार. Can we please have Abhishek? Nilmo.
Cool. So my name's Abhishek Malik, also known as Toto. You can refer to me as that. I prefer that. The story that I'm going to tell you is about my family, my house. यूं तो तुम चली गई पर हर सुबह की हलचल आज भी जिंदा है. यूं तो तुम चली गई पर हर सुबह की हलचल आज भी जिंदा है. हर सुबह मचता था जो संग्राम वो आज भी आपकी रसोई में मिलता है. यूं तो तुम चली गई पर हर सुबह की हलचल आज भी जिंदा है. हर सुबह मचता था जो संग्राम वो आज भी आपकी रसोई में मिलता है. गर्मियों में हमें दूध का ग्लास मिलता था और सर्दियों में आती थी आपके हाथों से बनी देसी घी में डूबी बाजरे की चूरी की बारी. गर्मियों में हमें दूध का ग्लास मिलता था और सर्दियों में आती थी आपके हाथों से बनी देसी घी में डूबी बाजरे की चूरी की बारी. पता नहीं कैसे पर वही स्वाद आज भी हर सुबह इस दूध और चूरी में मिल जाता है जिसकी सिर्फ आप करती थी तैयारी. तब हमें स्कूल भेजा जाता था और आज ऑफिस भेजा जाता है पर दोपहर का खाना तब भी उस डिब्बे में प्यार के साथ बंद मिलता था, जो डिब्बा आज भी मेरा साथ निभाता है, जो डिब्बा आज भी मेरा साथ निभाता है। हर शाम घर पहुँचते ही मसालों की खुशबू हर कोने में मिल जाती थी। हर शाम घर पहुँचते ही मसालों की खुशबू हर कोने में मिल जाती थी। पता नहीं कैसे पर वो शामें आज भी जिंदा हैं, जिनमें आप मसालों के साथ थोड़ा प्यार भी मिलाती थी। पता नहीं कैसे पर वो शामें आज भी जिंदा हैं, जिनमें आप मसालों के साथ थोड़ा प्यार भी मिलाती थी। पता है आपके चले जाने के बाद पहले दिन बड़ी बेचैनी हुई। दूसरे दिन भी मेरे जज्बातों ने मेरे साथ बड़ा खिलवाड़ किया, पर तीसरे दिन मानो मैं किसी छोटे बच्चे की तरह आपसे गले लग कर सोया। पर जब आँख खुली और पता चला कि ये तो सिर्फ एक सपना था, ये सोचकर मैं बहुत रोया। ये यूं ही रोते रहने का सिलसिला कुछ सालों में थम गया। ये यूं ही बेवजह रोते रहने का सिलसिला कुछ समय में थम गया। आपके चले जाने के बाद जो मन में खालीपन सा था, वो एक दिन अचानक भर गया। पता है क्यों? क्योंकि पापा ने आपको इस घर में फिर जिंदा कर दिया। आपकी यादों को पापा ने स्वाद में भर दिया। यूं तो सबकी ज़िंदगी में सिर्फ एक लाजवाब शेफ़ होता है, पर मैं और मेरा भाई बहुत खुशकिस्मत हैं जो हमें हमारी माँ का खाना हर रोज़ हमारे पापा के हाथों से मिलता है। मैं और मेरा भाई बहुत खुशकिस्मत हैं जो हमें हमारी माँ का खाना हर रोज़ हमारे पापा के हाथों से मिलता है। माँ, यूं तो तुम चली गई, पर पापा ने आपको इस घर में फिर जिंदा कर दिया। आपकी यादों को पापा ने स्वाद में भर दिया।
Can we properly have a round of applause for him? Yeah? Thank you. For some reason, I mean, every week's theme at some level is vulnerability, but today's theme seems like it seeped into our skin in a way. It's good, it's great. Thank you so much again for being vulnerable with us. You guys did this for the first time. First of all, can't believe that. No doubt on you guys. This first time जैसा होता है वैसा होता है. So we've all experienced first times and how scary it is, but you guys coming here and doing this, it's fabulous. So thank you so much for adding so much value to this afternoon. Thank you so much again. I say this generally, if I say something, for me, main thing is interaction. हम लोग बात करेंगे, it'll be fun. If you really, one person feels like clapping for me, just for anything. No. अरे यार ये नहीं, यार हमेशा नहीं यार, good. No. अरे listen. Guys, I'm vegetarian, I don't fish. You don't like fish. Okay, sorry. So, the point is, even one person feels like clapping, clap. Other people don't come under pressure. If बाकी लोग का शक्ल देख रहा हूँ मैं, people are like, oh shit, okay, maybe let's do this. So, if one person feels like clapping, just clap for me, okay? For me, it's not important. For the other people, you have to. I'll make you. There's no option, sorry. We have some time, but you guys have to. But for me, it's okay. Just listen, have a conversation. I think I'm just happy with that, okay? So, I'm just telling you. We'll continue. First time on stage. First time on stage.
My first time on stage was in school.
But like, do you remember what happened or how was it or like?
I wrote a poem and I had to recite it, and I memorized it, but I couldn't remember it. Since then, I never memorize poems. I read it from my phone.
I think it's a thing. I think
The
it's
second time also what happened was I wrote it,
Yeah.
and I went and still couldn't read it because I couldn't understand my handwriting. So since then, I write in my phone. I recite from my phone.
Okay. Good learning. I guess. Thanks. Thanks for sharing. Dhruv, what's your, if you remember your first time?
My first time on stage. So this was back in 1997,
Whoa.
and I was like 4 or 5 years old maybe.
Yeah.
At that point of time, I used to study in Mount Carmel High School. तो वहाँ पे annual function हो रहा था हमारा, and I had to recite this poem, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And I was like dressed up. I was like 5 years old and reciting that one. And I was also dressed like MacDonald. Like I was wearing a hat, like that holster. And,
I can't imagine.
that shirt. So yeah, it was it. I was very nervous. Like I still, I mean, I have a very faint recollection of it, but my left foot was constantly just shaking,
Yeah.
shaking, like
Yeah.
violently shaking.
But did you finish the poem?
Yeah, I did finish the poem.
Not bad, yeah. Not, out of all the four of us, he actually,
Powered through.
yeah. That's a good.
But I was very scared and intimidated because my mom was not there with me. Like she was there in the audience and everyone else was there, and it was very daunting
Yeah.
for a 5-year-old kid to see so many people in.
Yeah. For
So,
sure.
yeah. And they made me wear that stupid dress. So.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Can you please have a round of applause for him? Okay, I'll call the next person. We'll continue. Okay, next one. Can we please have Kate Key?
So, hi guys.
Hi.
So people are really getting senti and all. So I technically do not like write senti stuff. I like to have fun with it. So my poem is because how many of you write like just for fun? Like how many of you write?
It started as that.
Yeah. But how many of you hate the perception that writers should write about love and it should be beautiful every time? Hate the perception.
They should also write about love.
Yeah, they should also write
Yeah.
about love, but they just don't.
But not just about it.
Yeah. And I guess we've all been through a phase where we have just written about love,
Yes.
and it sucked. So this, so it's like this poem is more like fuck that shit. So
Nice. I like it.
So not love, but love. It's been a while since I've fallen in love, and since I'm a writer, love is my birthright, but I shall not have it. For love is required to write stuff as it sheds light on what you call the right stuff. However, I'm so sick about just writing about love. Because what do you write about love? Wow, the flowers. Oh, my heart bleeds. Oh, he's the one. Oh God, Cinderella. Get together your shit. You ain't got a charming. Go to the shoe store and get your own fit. But so I come to the next point that why when we talk about love, why is it always stereotyped as romance? So why is love always stereotyped as romance, and they show it as in movies with all the aesthetics and glitters and how it actually makes our heart flutter? To all the people who believe in it, I would just like to point out, करण जौहर की दुनिया से बाहर आओ, जिंदगी अनुराग कश्यप है, जिसको तुम प्यार नामक अप्सरा समझ रहे हो, प्यार वही राक्षस है. Because unlike the myth, love isn't free. Love has its complications and it has a lot of loops. It has pados wali auntie, Satan, and when a boy walks out of your room, you get a lot of oops. Not just in romance, in every relation, love asks for limits to be broken. And all you get in return is sorrow as a token. The loving mother wants a perfect child, the husband wants a caring wife, but loving yourself is considered cynical? It isn't me, it's the society that's critical. And so, I have loved and I have lost. And as some of you might have assumed, I must have hated love, but I actually don't. Because actually, haters to lover is also a romance genre. Jokes aside, the feelings I have about love are quite neutral. And by neutral, I mean black, white, and grey. Like everyone, I have loved and I have lost, and maybe I'll love again. And before you tell me, I know I'll fail. But until that time, let me just write about all the other things, daily shenanigans, carve out of nothing, about friendships and trauma, Mumbai and cutting chai, the moments of rejection, and the way I got shy. Any writer writes their best in love, however, falling in and falling out. But a great writer can romanticize love, words, dandelions alike, shift plots, characters, and psych. But until I become a great writer, I have a long way to go. Until then, I just have one line to say. As a writer, love is a birthright, but I shall not have it.
That ain't gonna do, friends. That ain't gonna do. Yeah. तुम लोग, there was a collective pause, and you all realized it together. What just happened? Thank you so much. Guys, I have a poem. You want to listen to it?
Yes.
It's about love. I might perform it later. I've written it. Generally written it. Yeah. But I'll come back to stage. It's fine. Oh, fuck. My own words. How many of you... Stupid. How many of you have had a crush in your life? Give me a cheer. Wow, okay. And sometimes I feel like when people hoot, the intensity of pain also comes out. Of how loud they hoot, the more... Okay. But I had my first crush when I moved schools. From a boys' school to a co-ed. I also learned humanity. That's a different chapter in a co-ed school. It was a fun time, and all of us have seen movies and grown up, and this idea of love is so twisted that we don't understand what love is. I mean, in 8th grade, we're saying, I love you. We don't even know the fucking meaning of that. When we're 25, 26, we're like, fuck, did I just say I love you to that person like when I was 15 years old? I don't even know myself. So, but again, it's a fun feeling, I guess, while it lasts. So 6th grade was the first time I saw this person, and I really had like violins playing and like slow motion walk. And I'm in Bangalore, so it's breezy, there's no humidity there, it's breezy, so it's every moment feels like you're in a movie, like things are like flying and stuff. So it's very exciting to switch schools and have this experience. She was not in my class. So I just happened to see her, and I don't know what happened. And I didn't even know it's called crush, okay? When someone told me, is that your crush? And I'm like, what? Like, what does crush even mean? Like, and then someone explained that this happens, in life and stuff, and it's a crush. So I was like, okay, cool. So that happened. And I was like, okay, let's go on the side. It's all fun. It was nice to go to a new school because I'm like, okay, now I have this source of inspiration in a way. Because new school, it was very scary to make friends. And the first few friends I made were all guys, which really don't help. So we had a talent show kind of a thing coming up in this school. So there were different kinds of events. And this is the first ever time, 2006 was the first ever time I heard the word stand-up comedy. I had no idea what it was. I had seen like people in TV, different shows that used to come at that point, but I had no proper idea of what this was. And throughout the day, it was on day 2 days of festival. Throughout the day, I'm just sitting and my crush was sitting right in front of me by accident. She happened to be there. And it was a great moment to just be like, oh, wow, cool, that's all, right? Just living these fantasies. So the day comes and all of these guy friends are like, you should go perform. You're going to kill it, right? Should have not listened. But I did. I was like, chal, try karte. So I went and registered. And in my head, I'm like, if I do well, that weird mentality, I do well, then she might like me. She didn't even know who I was, by the way. This is all my world, my life. And I kept thinking that, oh, fuck, I can go talk and be like, oh, I'm that person, all of that. I didn't even know what I'm going to do on stage. And then I land up going on stage. And Can you guys imagine a school where there is pin drop silence? Because that's what I experienced. It was so quiet. It was so quiet. Imagine a school. My principal was so happy. She like, तेरे को तो हर हफ्ते तू आके बात कर assembly में. Try कर. This school is going to make it in disciplinary terms. So like, make sure that you come and talk. So it was a really bad one, and I felt really embarrassed. And that's when I realized for the second time, like I stumbled upon that zone where I'm like, no, stage is not for me. I didn't realize, obviously, it was my stupid friends, it was me, I shouldn't have done it, because I did a really bad job. Like, I don't even want to say it, or what I did that day, because it was not funny, it was not stand-up, because I was lying down on the floor, and I was saying really random things on mic to, I don't know, get people's attention or laughter or anything, and nothing happened. And then obviously that internal devil that's accompanied us all our lives, right? Who keeps telling you suck ass and you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. That started happening. So at sixth, I had that experience of यार मैं पहली बार स्टेज में गया, मेरे को नहीं जाना था. I forgot. Second time I went. I know I shouldn't have, but I went. I should own up to it. It went bad. Okay. So let's face it. Stage, talking, all that is not my jazz. I shouldn't, step on it. It's also weird because, like, the end of the story because I'm sitting right here. But let's go with it anyways, okay? So I'll call the next person. We'll continue this, okay? Huh? I was just seeing how much, but only these three were clapping. Okay. Next person I'm going to call. Again, I'm very happy that you guys get to see. It's one of these boys, one of the boys from here. But until you don't clap, I can't really call them. So much effort on a Sunday, man. It's like clapping. Okay, clap. Can we please have Parth? हो गया, खत्म हो गया इतने में.
Thank you. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Before I start, just because a lot of you are first-time performers, just a quick word of advice. It's okay if you bring your friends to this show. Never make them sit in the first row. Never. Especially when they... Never mind. Okay, I'll start with... 4 लाइन से शुरू करता हूँ मैं. उसी रास्ते पे बढ़ना चाहिए था. उसी रास्ते पे बढ़ना चाहिए था. मोहब्बत थी तो लड़ना चाहिए था. उसी रास्ते पे बढ़ना चाहिए था. मोहब्बत थी तो लड़ना चाहिए था. नहीं, तेरी खता कुछ भी नहीं है. नहीं, तेरी खता कुछ भी नहीं है. मुझे पहले बिछड़ना चाहिए था. थैंक यू सो मच. एक छोटा सा और पीस. दुनिया ने दुनिया पे लाए हुए गम. दुनिया ने दुनिया पे लाए हुए गम बचने न देंगे बचाए हुए गम. दुनिया ने दुनिया पे लाए हुए गम बचने न देंगे बचाए हुए गम. तुझको और मुझको बिखेरेंगे एक दिन. तुझको और मुझको बिखेरेंगे एक दिन. तेरे और मेरे छुपाए हुए गम. तुझको और मुझको बिखेरेंगे एक दिन. तेरे और मेरे छुपाए हुए गम. दिल को यही तो बचाएंगे गम से. वो कहते हैं ना कि एक जख्म का इलाज दूसरा जख्म होता है, बिकॉज दैट्स हाउ यू फॉरगेट. दिल को यही तो बचाएंगे गम से. ये जितने हैं दिल से लगाए हुए गम. दिल को यही तो बचाएंगे गम से. ये जितने हैं दिल से लगाए हुए गम. और कोई इनसे कह दो मैं बेहद हूँ तन्हा. कोई इनसे कह दो मैं बेहद हूँ तन्हा. जाना नहीं सुन लो आए हुए गम. थैंक यू सो मच. एक छोटी सी नज़म और है. और सो दिस ये जो नज़म है ये जब आप एक जगह से दूसरी जगह चले जाते हैं और फिर आप जब लौट कर आते हैं तो एक सोशियो इकोनॉमिक लेवल पर, लोकल लेवल पर और एक इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर क्या फ़र्क महसूस करते हैं आप, उसके अराउंड है. तुम्हारे आते आते सब बदल जाएगा. कोने कोने में कचरे का ढेर, मोहल्ले में मिट्टी का आखिरी घर और मेरा गुस्सा सब जल जाएगा. तुम्हारे आते आते सब बदल जाएगा. तुम्हारे आते आते रास्ते पक्के होंगे. पेड़ों पर नंबर होंगे. धुएं में हवा होगी और ख्वाबों के धक्के होंगे. हीर रांझा मोहब्बत के उरूज पर नहीं, ना मिल पाने की बहस में होंगे. उदास रातों में गालों पर पसीना होगा और आंसू आंखों के कफस में होंगे. तुम्हारे आते आते सब बदल जाएगा. नींद सड़कों पर भटकती रहेगी, सुकून फटी हुई जेब पर पड़ते धागों में होगा। आर्ट यादों की गलियों से निकलकर बेमानी बातों के फुटपाथ पर चलता हुआ दफ्तर में कंप्यूटर की एक्सेल के खाली खाकों पर होगा।
वाह, बहुत अच्छे, क्या मतलब।
तुम्हारे आते आते मकान आधे गिरवी हो जाएंगे, जिम्मेदारी कंधों को झुकाने लगेगी, छोटी शीशी में मसलों का हल बिखेगा और दुनिया अपनों से ज्यादा पराये रिश्ते निभाने लगेगी। तुम्हारे आते आते सब बदल जाएगा। गली गली में बैठे फैज, गालिब, साहिर और प्रेमचंद, जिनकी आवाज बुलंद होनी थी, सो रहे होंगे। गाड़ियों के कद बढ़ते रहेंगे, दिल मगर छोटे हो रहे होंगे। और मैं अपने जुनून और अपनी मोहब्बत की लाश पर चलता हुआ, तुम्हारे तसव्वुर के कूचों में गिरता संभलता हुआ, धुंध के मानंद भीड़ के बीचों बीच खो जाऊंगा। तुम्हारे आते आते मैं भी शहर हो जाऊंगा। थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू।
Thank you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for writing. अच्छा लगता है यार. I really appreciate it. I think a few of us, yeah, maybe just the four of us for now, have known each other for like 5 years now, and it's crazy. We started our journey on this very stage, on this very room, and we would come back at it again and again every Monday because we would have open mics on Monday. And we would meet each other, see each other, and we've seen each other grow. So it's really nice to see that people are still writing. Because the one question I have to whenever I meet people after a long time, if you've been in this, is have you been writing? Because like that's the one thing we keep asking each other. Have you been? क्या कुछ चल रहा है, कुछ नहीं चल रहा है. So it's nice to hear, I don't know, or see growth, you know, in that sense. So it's nice. So can we please have another round of applause? Yeah. थोड़े लोग हैं. Cool. We'll continue. Ma'am, first time on stage.
I've erased that memory.
Oh, you've erased. Okay. I thought you said I haven't reached that memory. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's also possible. तुम लोग ऐसे देख रहे हो, ऐसे हो ही नहीं सकता. ठीक है. Thank you. So.
When I was in school, most of the times जैसा हर स्कूल में होता
Yeah.
था, जो भी टॉपर होता था उसको स्टेज पे भी वही बोलेगा.
Are you the topper? Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was one of the average or failure students.
Okay.
I got in a fight with one of my class teachers saying that why do you send only the toppers to the stage, to the sports,
Wow.
to the theater, everywhere?
Yeah.
हम जैसे बच्चे जो पढ़ाई में अच्छे नहीं है वो कहाँ जाएंगे? अगर ये पीने को मिल जाएगा.
Yeah.
She got pissed and she's like ठीक है next thought of the day तू बोल. Like ये मैंने क्या किया आपके साथ and yeah then I went on the stage, similar thing happened, my hands were
Yeah.
दूसरे से बज रही थी, वो उसमें आवाजें आ रही थी मुझे अंदर से, वो जो खड़क 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 की. But I ended up like saying what I had to, and then from there I did a few school में छोटा मोटा performances and all that.
Do you remember the thought for that day?
Not
Okay. Cool. Man, thought of the day were like the most conspiring puzzles of our childhood.
What if they allowed us to be honest?
Honest about it. That'd be real, right? Like thought of what I'm feeling today. I wish I could that'd just be rant of the day. They should have something like that where you can just come and rant. But it's tricky then. Because like you will look at a teacher and be like, whatever, and then they'll come to school and be like, come. Now you can't do it. The kids today don't get hit by their teachers. It's a very new concept. We were like, kya bola idhar? You didn't raise a hand. Fart. You didn't say, ma'am, fart. Okay, sorry. Fuck, man. Yeah, I find it very cute when people are like, I never got hit by my teachers. I'm like, so cute, dude. So sweet. You have no idea what it feels like, to do this. Fuck. When you started, I was like, wow, topper. This is like killing it. It's nice. I know, because there are times people like come and they're subtly like, yeah, like they used to send toppers and then eventually be like, yeah, it was me only. I'm like, just bol de yaar, I'm topper. How many of you were toppers in school? But at any level of topper, sports or yeah. Okay. Wow, dude. Okay. Yeah, anything. Topper at anything. Cool. The rest of you, nothing? I mean, I feel the same way. Yeah, zero. Yeah, ekdam. Not good at math.
You can have bottom, I'll raise my
Okay, bottom 5, just like, okay. Cool. So, your first time on stage?
First time on stage, I was in class 3, I guess, और उसका मतलब annual function था और auditions चल रहे थे. बोला कि class 3 में कौन और मुझे मेरे टीचर ने क्लास टीचर ने वो किया था, बोला था कि जाके तू दे, बोला किस रोल के लिए, तो शेर बनना था। बोला शेर बनना है क्यों? क्योंकि मैं शैतानी हुआ करता था लड़ाई झगड़े में, मुझे अब नहीं पता क्यों मैं करता था। तो शेर बना। अब शेर बनने के बाद किया जो करना था, जो बोला गया कि मोगली एंड ऑल, पता नहीं क्या चल रहा था। उसके बाद जब स्टेज पे उतरा तो मेरे जो ड्रामा टीचर थे उस समय, उन्होंने एक सवाल पूछा मुझसे जिसका अभी तक मुझे आंसर नहीं पता है कि बेटा शेर का रोल मिला था कि बंदर का रोल। तो मैं वही सवाल ढूंढ रहा हूँ।
Oh shit. Wow. I have nothing to say. No. What is this? Wow. Wow. That's nice. To hide the fact that you don't want it to be silent, you're just clapping. That's not bad at all. But thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, sir. First memory on stage.
I have vivid memories of me becoming the prefect in school.
Okay.
For a speech.
Casual, huh?
That was
Prefect. हाँ नहीं. Yes, yeah. See, there's a criteria. We all know. There's a criteria to be a prefect. No one is going to be. I never got a chance. I always wanted to be. Actually, never. 1 year I wanted to be. But okay, sorry. Yes, prefect. Oh, so you came and announced in front of a class or like.
I spoke and like about some 800 students.
So casually, dude. मैंने फटरी सोच के मेरा young self 800 people. No, please. Okay. Cash? Catch. Okay.
So I was one of the fairer kids in school.
Okay.
So लोग ऐसे देख के खुश रहे.
Wow. Subtle. No, it's a very. I mean, it could. You never know, man. We've not been there. I don't know. But wow. Like, it could be, man. It could be.
स्कूल का जो बैनर होता है ना,
Yeah.
गेट के एंट्रेंस आर्च जो होता है ना,
Yeah.
वहाँ पे स्कूल के बच्चे की फोटो लगी थी.
No. Don't tell me what's going to happen here.
इसलिए लगी थी क्योंकि मैं हंस रहा था.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm so lost. Subtle. Not subtle at all. Not subtle. School के बैनर पे सीधा तुम एंटर करते हो like, oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. But when did you have this awareness that this is happening? What did you realize it when you were young itself? Like this awareness of this is happening, or this was because I'm here because of the color of my skin, or I'm there. Was it something like that? Like, did you realize it in school? Like, ये मेरे साथ हो रहा है because like them, this something like that. Okay.
नहीं जैसा हाँ एकदम था कि लोग देखते थे.
You were also prefect, so you're like, ठीक है, चलता है सब.
हाँ लेकिन लोग पहले से भी देखते थे. क्यूट था.
Cute prefect can speak in front of 800 people. Yeah, it looks like a crazy thing, but okay. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. Can we please have a round of applause for all these people? Okay, cool. First person's coming. First person, I'm saying, sorry. First time. Also first person. Keep clapping. अरे और थोड़ा. Can we please have Jumana? Is that right? Yeah?
A little up. Thank you. Am I audible, right?
Yes.
क्या दोपहर बीती है ना, मैंने सोचा था मैं मेरा किस्सा बताऊंगी. यहाँ लोगों ने दास्तानें बयान कर दी है. किसी का अंदाज है, किसी की बातें हैं, किसी के एहसास है, किसी का ख्याल ज़बरदस्त है. तो ठीक है, मैं भी आ गई हूँ अपना एक किस्सा शेयर करने. तो सलाम, आदाब, नमस्ते, गुड आफ्टरनून. मैं जुमाना बोहरा आज आप सबके सामने आई हूँ अपनी ज़िंदगी का एक किस्सा बयान करने. अंदाज़े बयां पसंद आए तो दाद दीजिएगा. एक अरसे पहले की बात है. एक नए शहर आई थी, एक नई जगह, कुछ नए लोगों के बीच. सब कुछ परफेक्ट चल रहा था, बस एक गलती हो गई मुझसे. हाँ, वही गलती जो शायर बना गई. हाँ, मुझे भी मोहब्बत हो गई. मेरे क्लास का ही लड़का था, मेरे साथ पढ़ा करता था. मैं नज़रें चुराने लगी, वो दिल चुरा गया. वो रोज़ डूबते हुए सूरज को देखा करता था. उसे देख मेरे मन में बस एक ही ख्याल आता था कि वो रोज़ डूबते हुए सूरज को देखा करता है. काश मैं भी किसी शाम का मंजर होती. यहाँ एक शायर भी जन्म ले चुकी है. मेरी कलम भी वाकिफ़ हो चुके थे मेरे जज्बात से, मेरी कलम भी वाकिफ़ हो चुके थे मेरे जज्बात से। मैं मोहब्बत लिखूं तो उसका नाम आ जाया करता था। अब हमने सोचा किस्सा कुछ आगे बढ़ाया जाए, कुछ दोस्ती वोस्ती की जाए। एक दिन उन्होंने हमसे कहा, दोस्ती नज़ारों से हो तो कुदरत कहते हैं, सितारों से हो तो जन्नत कहते हैं, आँखों से हो तो मोहब्बत कहते हैं, और आप से हो तो किस्मत कहते हैं। शुक्रिया शुक्रिया। वैसे मेरा इरादा आँखों से करने का था, पर मेरे को किस्मत का सहारा लेना पड़ा। अब बातें काफ़ी होने लगी। आंखें तो उन्हें देखती थकती ही नहीं थी, और कान है कि बस उन्हें सुना करते थे। और यही सोचकर हम उनकी हर बात को सच मान लेते थे कि इतने खूबसूरत लब झूठ बोले भी तो कैसे। दिल में तसल्ली इस बात की थी कि कोई रिश्ता ना होता तो यूं खफा क्यों होता, अरे कोई रिश्ता ना होता तो वो यूं खफा क्यों होता। ये बेरुखी उसकी मोहब्बत का पता देती है। यूं तो किसी की नहीं मजाल के हमें खरीद सके, यूं तो किसी की नहीं है मजाल के हमें खरीद सके। ये तो हम थे जो खरीदार देखकर खुद ही बिक गए। आखिर आ गया वो दिन जिसका था मुझे इंतज़ार। बुलाया उन्होंने एक जगह, कहा कुछ खास कहनी है बात। मैं शर्माई, खुश भी हुई, और आईने को देखकर बस एक ही ख्याल आया। वैसे ख्याल गालिब का है जनाब, इस पे दाद दीजिएगा, कि हम तो फना हो गए उनकी आंखें देखकर। अरे हम तो फना हो गए उनकी आंखें देखकर, न जाने वो आईना कैसे देखते होंगे। अब गए हम उनसे मिलने तैयार होकर पूरी तरीके से। एक मोहतरमा खड़ी थी उनके साथ। अब थोड़ी जेलसी, थोड़ी ऑप्टिमिज्म लिए गई मैं उनके पास। उन्होंने मुझसे कहा, मुझे मोहब्बत हो गई है, और मैं वहीं रुक सी गई। मेरे दिल ने मुझसे कहा कि इस लम्हे को यूं ही थम जाने दो, कुछ बातें अनकही ही रह जाने दो। मेरी खामोशियों को आ तो सुन ले ज़रा, इन आँखों का कलमा तो पढ़ ले ज़रा। ये पल ये समा यूं ही थम जाने दो, कुछ बातें अनकही ही रह जाने दो। इतने में नज़दीक आके उन्होंने हमसे कहा, हमें मोहब्बत हो गई है। और ये कहकर उन्होंने हमें अपनी माशूका से मिलवाया। तब हाल कुछ ऐसा था कि भीड़ में खड़ी थी पर तन्हा थी मैं। चेहरे पर मुस्कान लिए खफा थी मैं। दिल में उदासी है बयां कैसे करूं, आंखों में अश्क है रवा कैसे करूं। हर लम्हे में इंतज़ार कर रही थी मैं, हर चेहरे में उसी को तलाश रही थी मैं। मैंने सोचा था वो टूट कर चाहेगा मुझे, मैंने सोचा था वो टूट कर चाहेगा मुझे। यहाँ तो चाहा भी हमने और टूटे भी हम ही। सोचा था उसकी मोहब्बत का नशा सा छा जाएगा, सोचा था मैंने उसकी मोहब्बत का नशा सा छा जाएगा। दिल क्या टूटा, नशे से मोहब्बत हो चली है। तब तक मैं इतना लिख चुकी थी उसके बारे में, मैं इतना लिख चुकी थी उसके बारे में कि मेरे लफ्ज़ों की पहचान अगर कर लेता वो, मेरे लफ्ज़ों की पहचान अगर कर लेता वो, तो उसे मुझसे नहीं खुद से मोहब्बत हो जाती। आई हैड डिस्क्राइब्ड हिम सो वेल।
Yes, you have.
सेल्फ लव, राइट? सो अब रुके थोड़े दिन खुद के साथ, खुद की बातों में। फिर गम से उभर कर फिर गई उन्हीं गलियों पे, उन्हीं बेंचेस पर उन्हें बैठा हुआ देखा। कसम से बहुत गुस्सा आया, दिल में लगा कि कुछ कर बैठूं। लेकिन फिर मेरी नज़र उसके बाजू वाले पे पड़ी, कलम फिर से चलने लगी, मुझे फिर से मोहब्बत हो गई। तब जिंदगी का एक उसूल समझ में आया दोस्तों, अरे ये तो ज़िंदगी का सफ़र है, यूं ही चलते रहना चाहिए। आप नहीं तो कोई और ही सही, पर कोई तो होना चाहिए, कोई तो होना चाहिए। थैंक यू गाइस, दैट वाज सच अ लवली ऑडियंस, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you. That was fun, right? Did you have fun? Did you guys have fun? Yeah? That was mad, right? It's literally like she spoke all of our story at some point in our lives. We are like, I can see myself in you. That's sweet. But thank you. नहीं. ये नहीं होगा आज. Just let's stare. Just okay, I'll continue. So, your first, if you remember, your recollection of first time on stage.
No experience of stage.
Not.
Only as an audience.
Oh, but thank you for coming as an audience. How many of you are just audience members with sir? Can we all clap for them, please? Yeah? A little more, come on. Thank you, sir, for coming. Yeah, हम लोग ही कर सकते पूरा दिन. But तुम लोग आगे तो अच्छा हो गया, कुछ ऐसा लगा कि है कुछ. So, thank you, sir. Ma'am? Same? Okay, ma'am. Okay. So, first experience on stage, whatever you remember from your first time.
I was in 6th standard.
Yeah,
And I got to perform in a Punjabi skit.
okay.
Sort of a stage play. And it was a funny play. It was about police officers and all. There was a lot of material about, bribery and all. And the chief
Guess.
guest was an IPS officer. So the organizing committee, they tried to cut us out. They tried everything. And the teacher who was heading us, he was like, ये जब the pre-final जो भी performance होता है उसमें ये dialogue final में जाके perform कर देना. So that's what we did and
Yeah?
we had a great time.
Okay. Wow. That would have been nice to see the person's face while collecting bribery and being like, sir, kaisa laga? But this was, which year was it, if you remember? Okay. Cool. Glad to know nothing has changed. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Can we all have an applause for them for sharing? Yeah. Okay, I'll call the next person. Next person is the first time. It's not like you've not seen him anywhere at all. Anywhere at all. Okay, cool, you'll get to know. Okay, fine. You know what to do. Start clapping. No, not you. Start clapping. A little more. Arey, thoda yaar. Can you please have Kunal Rao? Till he comes on stage, clap.
Hey, let's give it up for Harsh, man. He's been so nice and so sweet and so welcoming, despite all of us. Okay, guys, I just, as you can tell from my accent, I'm from South Bombay. I went to a Catholic school and all that. My parents thought it was more important to get a Gymkhana membership than to be relatable. So here I am with great English and zero friends. It's a good life. So I dabble a little bit in stand-up comedy, and I've realized that stand-up comedy audiences are just assholes. So I decided that I'll come to a poetry night and do jokes. Maybe I'll actually get laughs. No, I'm kidding. These are not jokes. There are no jokes here. No, I genuinely feel like a lot of people think that comics have no soul. 9 times out of 10 they're right, but I guess there's an emotional side to every writer, no matter whether you're a comic or a singer or a poet or whatever. And I felt that I should read out some poetry that I've written sometime in my life. So actually wrote this, I was thinking, I feel like the role of the father in our society is very important. It's also underrated. And I don't think that most people realize how important their own fathers are in their lives. And in a moment of epiphany, I actually wrote this poem across 10 minutes. It's essentially, my dad is a very he's a stoic. He's like the rock of the family. And I can go to him at any time, whenever I want, any problems, any joy, I can always share with him. And I realized there's a little bit of a burden with being the rock of the family. And so this piece is called The Rock and the Seaweed. Please forgive my South Bombay accent. Don't move, said the rock to the seaweed. Stay still, you idiot. That's what you need. That doesn't make sense, for the force of the ocean makes me bend and twist. I don't control my motion, said the weed to the rock. If you allow the sea to move you, rock said, you'll cut free and get sucked away into the abyss. I will? Oh, wow, that would be bliss. What are you talking about, you idiot? Stay still like me. That's the way, that's the drill. That's how I've always been all my life. And that's how you too will survive. Oh no, Rock, that's not true. You're different from me. If I don't bend and move with the sea, then I'll not be me, the seaweed. Besides, my roots are strong, and that's all I need. You and I are different in how we hold on. I can never be a rock. That's not how I was born. I'm flexible and bendy, and that's what I need to survive the force without being freed. The only thing I have is to move with the tide. It gives me the freedom that I cannot have. I've tried. You're right, weed, said the rock again. From correcting you once more, I shall refrain. Just know that I speak only because I care, and sometimes I forget our differences out there. Go, be free in whatever little way you can. Bend, don't break. Keep that as your plan. For I am a rock. All I know is to be still, firm, grounded, boring. I guess that's my drill. I have no choice and I never have fun. For here I am, unmoving, alone, one. Speak not that way, said the seaweed as the rock looked up in grief. If fun is what you need, that's why I'm here. I shall share my stories with you, my dear. You can live vicariously through my travels forever. I could never ask you to change your behavior. For I see you, your care, your love, your stoic for me. That's nothing short of heroic. You allow me to be me, and that's saying something. We all have a purpose, so never feel like nothing. You are my friend, and I reciprocate all the love you shared through my stories that I'll narrate. All I ask of you is to show no envy, for that is a trap fallen into by many. I shall give you my love, I shall give you my love. Remember that through my stories, I shall give you my love. Thank you. Go back to Harsh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Considering that was your first time, I'm very happy that you did. First, first poetry, yeah. Cool, can please have an applause for him? Yeah. We have a few more people, and then, some people back to work, some people back to Sunday. Ma'am, first time on stage?
So, probably the second time, but first time at Habitat.
Okay.
And this was like in 2019, we used to have those poetry competitions, like
Yeah. Yeah. Once a month.
And I was scared because कभी भी perform नहीं किया था. So I wrote a love poem about a love poet. And I never met him, but I won, so it was a great experience.
That's mad. That's mad. Congratulations. Yeah. Ma'am.
What I remember as my first stage memory is when I was in the school choir.
Yeah. How was that experience?
That was great because I stayed in the school choir for another 12 years.
Wow.
Entire school.
Yeah, the entire, yeah.
So we used to have a dedicated school choir. Used to conduct assemblies with that choir, prayer and hymn singing and everything. So that dedicated choir used to, people used to add on in that, and but I was a constant thing in that, so that was a great experience, and I
Nice.
still remember those choir memories.
Yeah, I'm sure 12 years is a mad time. But I see a lot of common themes of assembly and like announcements in assembly and things like that. So, but how do you get into the choir? Like, were you always interested? You just happened to stumble?
I didn't even know that I could do that until my teacher found out that she just gave me few lines to speak, like a random classroom procedure. ठीक है, तुम दो लाइन बोल के दिखाओ, तुम दो लाइन बोल के
Yeah.
So ठीक है, we have one or two vacant places. You just fit in. So it was just by chance.
Yeah.
So once I started performing, I developed that interest, and she noticed that interest. That was a big thing, and it just went on year by year.
Wow, that's crazy. Congratulations. Very happy you did this. Yeah, choir is a cool place. I'm not going to lie. I was envious of my classmates who were in the choir, but really I didn't have that interest, but I was just very fascinated at how this life is. The third time I went on stage, I didn't even go on stage, technically. I was in 11th standard. So what happened was till 10th I was in a co-ed. 11th I went to a boys' college, which is, by any chance, doesn't get any better. It only gets worse from there. So I went, okay. Now I want to give you context, okay. My favorite, and this is about dance, my favorite dance step, like the favorite as in like the one you do in a club, the one that I escape is this, okay. This, okay. You know, you can just put any music. So this is my favorite, okay? Whatever, however it goes. So that's my favorite step. And I was not very confident as a dancer, even as a human, but also as a dancer, definitely not confident in front of people. But 11th standard, I wanted to do something. I was like, kuch to karna hai. I just don't want to be left alone in this, space without having to do anything. So kuch to karte. And I had some like little, I carried like peanuts of confidence from school to be like, I can make it in college. So I go there, and now this is the only step I know. Apart from this, I know Navratri because, please, that's my jam. That's the only thing I can like ace. I can close my eyes and play Garba, and I can still like make it in life. I'm not that scared of that. Also because I've been doing that. But but this step, okay, is applicable in a club when it's dark and no one can see you, and there is some music playing, and you just have to move. Because I can see, as uncomfortable as I am, every other guy in the room is. Just see each other and be like, me too, I just want to go home, I don't want to do this. So, and also I think women in general like can dance, like they can groove, they can move. Somehow I'm not seeing a lot of men, like do it, or even ask me to be like, come, let's go, like dance, or like let's do something, right? Except Navratri, I don't get calls from any like friends saying, chal jaake nachte, aise. So I've gone with this step, and just guess what team did I go to audition for in my college? Anyone? I went to audition for a hip-hop team, knowing this much. I was like, I'm going to do it. Yeah. And then obviously I got rejected. And this was in front of like the whole batch. And there are like B-boys. These guys are like, if you've seen anyone, you shouldn't get into it. It's like getting into a battle with someone who knows their shit. So I get into a rap battle where you can speak only at this pace, and they are going to own you by the time. So I've gone there and I'm trying, okay, I'm trying. I know I can't do it. I'm seeing them spin and like they're doing headstand and all. I'm like, I'm just tall. I'll just like move around, right? And it didn't work. It was really bad. And like these were my own friends. And they didn't know how to say that you really suck. Like, don't do this ever again. So they very sweetly said, ki, haan, dusra round bhi kar le. Like they pushed me a round up because they couldn't tell no to me. The second round was obviously more difficult. Right? I had more things. And I somehow practiced what they showed me and obviously created my own version of it because I didn't know any better. And that also sucked. And then they couldn't push me to the final round because they didn't want to give me hope. So they were like, bhai, ab tu ghar ja. Theek hai, ho gaya. We'll see you at home. We'll see you later. It's a great time. And I knew I can't, but I was like, मेरे दोस्त है तो मैं भी जाके करता हूँ. And then that was the third strike. Third strike for anything, right? I don't know how many of you keep count in things like these, okay? But when shit is going wrong, you give it a time and space. Like 3 baar ho gaya na bas. For some reason, 3 is a number. For some reason. Since childhood, we've been told 3, 2, 1. So you're like, हाँ, 3. I'll keep 3 strikes. If I get, I'm not going to do this. So that was my third strike. Ki nahi yaar. Ab to bas kar yaar. Please. Like you've had 3 instances. And I've had many in between. These are just the major ones that I remember that have impacted my life. And I was like, nahi yaar, maybe we shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't. Because stage is not something I should do. Dance also I shouldn't do. First of all, I shouldn't. And stage in general also just feels like a lot more practice to do it. Yeah, it's over. If you want to clap, you can clap. Huh? No, I was going to say more, but I realized it's over. There's nothing more to say. I did dance well. It was bad. They threw me out. I went back home thinking I'm never going to make it. And I don't want to do stage. And मैं कुछ और ही कर लूँगा. It's better. But again, that's the worst part is you already know the climax. You're seeing the movie backwards and forward. It's like that. It's a weird timeline in my life. But it's okay. We'll call the next person, first timer, and then I'll come back. We'll continue this. Okay. First time. Can we please have Hemant? He's coming, guys. Coming all the way from there. Keep clapping till he comes on stage.
थैंक यू. हेलो गाइस, मेरा पहला टाइम है इधर और मेरा नाम हेमंत है और मैं बनारस से हूँ और मुझे यहाँ 4 साल हो गए हैं और इन 4 सालों में यहाँ बॉम्बे में रह के मैंने सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ सीखी है कि मैकडी का M और हैबिटेट का H एक अंधे को भी दिखाई दे सकता है. तभी मैं आया हूँ. और बाकी एक और बात, मतलब दो बातें हैं, दो तीन पोइट्री सुनाऊंगा। तो उससे पहले कि मैं फ़ोन से क्यों पढ़ता हूँ, मैं याद क्यों नहीं करता हूँ, उसके लिए दो है ना, राइटर बनने से पहले तुम्हें बहाने बनाने आने चाहिए। तो मेरा यही बहाना है कि जो चीज़ याद हो जाती है उसकी अहमियत खो जाती है, तो तभी मैं साइड में रखता हूँ अपनी पोइट्रीज़ को। तो मेरा एक फ़िलॉसफी है कि टाइम करप्ट्स एवरीथिंग, जो कि मतलब एक चलता रहता है दिमाग में। तो उसके अराउंड मैंने दो पोइट्रीज़ लिखी थी, और वो कुछ ऐसी है कि पहली पोइट्री का नाम है सड़ती रूह के लिए सस्ते शब्द, और वो कुछ इस तरह है कि पहले हटे कटे से रिश्ते थे, अब कटे कटे से रहते हैं। पहले हटे कटे से रिश्ते थे, अब कटे कटे से रहते हैं। हम बारातों के ढोल हैं, शायद थोड़े बजे बजे से रहते हैं। पहले बड़े बड़े जो कहते थे वो मान लिया करते थे शायद, अब बेवजह ही हम सब साले अड़े अड़े से रहते हैं। पहले दबी दबी आवाज़ों को सुन लेते थे बेमन से शायद, पहले दबी दबी आवाज़ों को सुन लेते थे बेमन से शायद, अब चीख भी मीठी लगती है, पर्दे फटे फटे से रहते हैं। पहले जगह जो हमको दिखती थी उसमें घुसकर खुश होते थे शायद, अब जाम लगा है कमरे में, जाम में खड़े खड़े से रहते हैं। पहले सीना सफ़ा सफ़ा सा दिखता था, उसमें तभी धुआं भरते थे शायद, अब सब निकोटीन के भक्त हुए, बाल ये झड़े झड़े से रहते हैं। हम करें तो आखिर क्या, हम करें तो आखिर क्या, पूछ लिया करते थे खुद से, अब ऑप्टिमिज्म का मास्क पहनकर सबसे बड़े चलो हम कहते हैं। तो ये पहली थी, यहाँ पे मैंने काफ़ी समय पहले लिख ली थी। उसके बाद ये एक आता है कि तुम अपने बारे में जो सोच रहे हो, इंट्रोस्पेक्ट कर रहे हो, ये सब चीज़ें आने लगती हैं दिमाग में। उसके बाद एक चीज़ आती है कि चलो ठीक है, हम लोग अपने बारे में तो सोच रहे हैं, फिर देश के बारे में क्यों नहीं सोच रहे हैं। तो इंसान जब थोड़ा फ्री होता है तो पॉलिटिक्स की तरफ जाता है, और जब थोड़ा बिजी होता है तो वो ए पॉलिटिकल हो जाता है। तो मैं थोड़ा बिजी हो गया था, तो मैंने अपने लिए लिखी थी कि ये मेरी ए पॉलिटिकल सेल्फ के लिए है कविता। आग लगी है, संसार जलेगा, तुम बाहर खड़े हो, तुम्हें पाप लगेगा। उस राख की खुशबू जब साथ चलेगी, तब अफसोस में प्यारे तुम्हें आग लगेगी। तुम लेफ्ट हो राइट हो, या हो बीच के बंदर, पर ना हो चुप तुम, चला दो चीख के खंजर। ये स्पाइन की डंडी, ये स्पाइन की डंडी अब टूट रही है, नाली वो खुलकर हमें सूंघ रही है। हम हंस रहे हैं जल्लाद के पोते, हम हंस रहे हैं जल्लाद के पोते, उम्मीद के दुश्मन अनदेखा करके ओके। क्या फ़ायदा होगा, सुनना, क्या फ़ायदा होगा, जनता है पूछे, जनता बस पूछे, यही फ़ायदा होगा। थकना है तो थकना है तो थकना है तो थक लो बाबू, पर हिम्मत जो हारे तो शैतान बेकाबू। आग लगी है, संसार जलेगा, तुम बाहर खड़े हो, तुम्हें पाप लगेगा। अब एक हो गया, हम लोग इंट्रोस्पेक्ट किया, यहाँ तक पहुँचे हम लोग, ये पॉलिटिकल भी हो गए, थोड़ा फ्री हो गए, थोड़ा बिजी हो गए। उसके बाद लगा कि अब क्या करना है, तो मैं बनारस को थोड़ा याद कर रहा था, अपने शहर को, काफ़ी दिन से नहीं गया हूँ। तो वहाँ पे क्या होता था कि जब मुझे, अब हम लोग नई जनरेशन है लेकिन थोड़े पुराने भी हैं, मोटोरोला का मोटो हो गया है। तो मैं क्या किया, मैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ गया एक गलियों में, और वहाँ बोला कि ऐसी गली चलो जहाँ पे गुम हो जाते हैं, देखते हैं क्या होता है। फिल्में तो ज़्यादा ही देख ली थी तब तक, क्लास 12 आई गेस। तो वहाँ पे गुम हुए, और उससे एक दिन पहले नेटफ्लिक्स पर मैंने देखी थी कल हो ना हो। तो देखें यहाँ कंटेंट क्या मिलता है, ऐसे घुसते हैं और देखते हैं कंटेंट क्या मिलता है। तो फिर मेरे दिमाग में दो लाइनें आई उस मूवी की, उस गाने की, और उस पर मैंने एक कविता लिख दी कि हे हाय हेलो ज़िंदगी। तो मेरी और ज़िंदगी से बात हो रही है, मेरी और मेरी से बात नहीं हो रही है, यहाँ पे आ गए हम लोग। तो हर गली बदल रही है धूप ज़िंदगी, पास है कभी कभी है दूर ज़िंदगी। मैं आस पास हूँ रोड के, करे कबूल ज़िंदगी। मैं कहता करो मदद, कहे ज़रूर ज़िंदगी। फिर आ जाती है एक और गली, मैं सब जाता भूल ज़िंदगी। दूर से हंसती देखे मुझको, इट्स नॉट कूल ज़िंदगी। रास्ता तो बताती जाओ जाने मन ज़िंदगी, कहे सूरज तो डूबने दो प्यारे हेमंत ज़िंदगी। मैंने गलियों से यारी कर ली है, हमारा प्यार चूर ज़िंदगी। एक आवाज़ तक नहीं की साली क्रूर ज़िंदगी। मैं और नहीं बोलूँगा, मेरे भी कुछ उसूल ज़िंदगी। जवाब में फिर सन्नाटा मिला, शायद है मजबूर ज़िंदगी। लेकिन फिर ले दे के आया समझ के, हर गली बदल रही है धूप ज़िंदगी, पास है कभी कभी है दूर ज़िंदगी। एक आखिरी काफ़ी सुना दिया, एक आखिरी। ये भी मैं याद कर रहा था, शहर को तो लिखा था, जो हम लोग दोस्त लोग चाय की टपरी पे बैठते थे पहले। और नहीं, और सॉरी मैं बोलना भूल गया शुरू में कि ये आई गेस आई एम नॉट श्योर ये मॉनसून का पहला ओपन माइक है हैबिटेट का ना। अभी अच्छा लग रहा है बोल के। तो ये एक ये भी ये लिखी थी कि एक शाम सवालों की, हम लोग सारे दोस्त बैठे थे, वहीं लिख दी थी कि मौसम ऐसा के रूह जमा दे, मौसम ऐसा के रूह जमा दे, ज्ञान ऐसा के धूम मचा दे, इन्हीं बातों को रख दिमाग में, हमने तशरीफ़ जमाई टपरी पर, तकदीर के मारे हम बेचारे देश के बारे बात किए, तकदीर के मारे हम बेचारे देश के बारे बात किए, देश की हालत देश की जनता कैसी है आपस में सवाल किए, माहौल में गर्मी दिखने लगी, चाय बेहिसाब बिकने लगी, पर जवाब की बारी आते आते साला बत्ती चली गई, जुबान हमारी गालियों से लिपटी चाय चखती चली गई। थैंक यू गाइस।
Thank you so much. Can we please have an applause for him? Yeah. Guys, would really appreciate it if you respect the time. It's right there. So just have a look. If you've given a light, you have 30 more seconds. Please wrap it up. We really would appreciate it. But thank you so much. Again, dude, first timers, tum log kya kar rahe ho yaar? Like this seems like a crazy, like it seems like all of you gathered today only to be like, hey, first timers can do this. So, it's like, it's very nice. It's honestly very nice. I'm happy because it's not what I guess we went through when we went first time. This is great to see. If this is your first time, then I'm assuming like, so many years into it, how crazy would it be? So yeah, thank you so much. Can we please have another round of applause? Ma'am, first time? Any recollection? Okay. And I sang it. Okay. But it was so soft that nobody heard what I was doing. Oh, wow. You remembered and you said it, but it was soft enough like people couldn't. Oh, shit. I was proud and I was proud. Yeah. Very happy. And I got second prize also. Yeah. But the person who was giving the prize, of course, I was too young and, prizes when you're too young. Yeah. Comes with cuteness also. She was looking so cute. She came, she gave me the award and she said, Nice. That's nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Can we please, yeah? थक गए तुम लोग इतने में? This is the third week. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this. This is the third week it's happening. And when audience don't clap anymore, now I just start being very sarky. I don't know why. I become too comfortable. Like, you guys are nice. That's a good thing. But I don't know. But ठीक है, 3-4 लोग हैं, ख़त्म करते हैं. मतलब ख़त्म करना है तो ख़त्म करते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मैं बाद में रोलूंगा. Okay, you know what to do. You know what to do. Alil Mo, can we please have Prabjot? Did I say the name right? Wrong? Was there a performer? Was there a performer named Prabjot? Oh, that's you. Okay, sorry. Can we clap? Okay, Lil Mo. Guys, till she comes on stage. Come on. Till she comes on stage. Lil Mo. थोड़ा यार, थोड़ा.
A very good evening to all of you. And you all have been a very lovely audience. I'm also performing for the first time, so I'll take the credit of the claps. Though I'm not. But it's always good to listen to the claps. Anyways, profession is teaching, and it does not at all match with what I write. तो आज की शाम बिल्कुल भी वो सेकंड्स में बर्बाद नहीं करूँगी अपना इंट्रोडक्शन देने के लिए, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ट्रिगर वार्निंग मिल गई है. सो आई विल स्ट्रेट अवे कम टू माय पीस. आई जस्ट टेल यू व्हाट आई राइट. गज़लें लिखते हैं, तरन्नुम में पढ़ते हैं, और 2 गज़लें पढ़ेंगे. मुझे ना चुटकियाँ पसंद नहीं आती हैं. दिल खोल के और हाथ खोल के ताली बजाइएगा जो कानों तक पहुँचे. तो चुटकियों वाला काम नहीं. और थ्रू आउट द गज़ल मेरा साथ दीजिएगा. कोई शेर पसंद आए तो मुझे ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि आप तक पहुँच रहा है, और हम शुक्रिया.
उनकी पायल ने कितना शोर मचा रखा है, उनकी पायल ने कितना शोर मचा रखा है। दो ही घुंघरू ने सर पे शहर उठा रखा है, दो ही घुंघरू ने सर पे शहर उठा रखा है। जो बजे फोन की घंटी तो दौड़ती है वो यूं, जो बजे फोन की घंटी तो दौड़ती है वो यूं, कि भूल जाती है वो चूल्हा जला रखा है, कि भूल जाती हैं वो चूल्हा जला रखा है। उनके कूचे से जो गुजरे तो घूरते हैं सभी, उनके कूचे से जो गुजरे तो घूरते हैं सभी। क्या पता सबको उसने क्या क्या बता रखा है, क्या पता सबको उसने क्या क्या बता रखा है। जरा नजदीक तर हुए जो हम तो ये जाना, जरा नजदीक तर हुए जो हम तो ये जाना, उन्होंने आँखों में किस किस को बसा रखा है, उन्होंने आँखों में किस किस को बसा रखा है। हमको हासिल तो न होंगे वो जानते हैं, मगर हमको हासिल तो न होंगे वो जानते हैं, मगर ख्याल से ही अपने दिल को, ख्याल से ही अपने दिल को लगा रखा है। उनकी पायल ने, उनकी पायल ने मचा रखा है। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। मज़ा आ रहा है। डू आई हैव टाइम? आई डोंट हैव टाइम। ओके, थैंक यू सो मच, दैट वाज माय टाइम।
Thank you so much. Can we please? We believed you when you said you were in choir for 12 years. This was like, this is too good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry guys, we only have 4 minutes today. We tried experimenting a couple of weeks back with time, but you know we have events after this, so we can't help it. We have 3, 4 more people. That's about it, and then yeah, that's it. You can start clapping. Yeah, you can start clapping. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's do this. Lil Molan, sir, I can't see you guys clapping. Can't see you guys clap. Arey, clap next person. I'm calling the next person. Can we please have Rukhsar? Wait, this will not do. One second. Can we start again? Can we please call her properly? Yeah. One. Together. Can you clap together? Can we please have Rukhsar? What a great audience. Wow. She's coming, guys. Wow, what a best of this week.
Can you bring it down? Hi, I'm really excited because I'm performing after almost 3 years. Okay, so the first one is like a bitter, honest take on the privilege that we have. You grab an extra large aerated drink at a drive-in, seated alone in a sedan. The next post on your social media grieves over the man who died traveling in a 7 p.m. crowded local. You are sad, in a well-groomed attire that is masked under a highly tailored mourning statement. Words of condolences cram into your DM, while the family of the man yearns for a single night of solitude to grieve without turning into a headline. You offer sympathy to the one asking for help while slurping down $20. We have an hour-long conversation about the dire situation in our country. You are time zones away, like holding a life jacket and standing on the bank of a river and screaming at a drowning man for not knowing how to swim. We watch him die together. You turn into the voice of change in the comfort of your quilt, watching a broadcast on your 50-inch LED, tweeting about the most trending social issue. I choose to write a poem about your overcompensating display of sympathy to escape the guilt of enjoying your privilege, while in the comfort of my own. Hey, we are both selfish. And the next one is a love poem. It's called An Ode to the Most Unusual Pair of Eyes. I once sat in a bus beside a man with the most unusual pair of eyes. They were not like yours or mine, but God, they could put every other pair of eyes to shame. Eyes as clear as crystal, where I caught my reflection in the fraction when our eyes met. His eyes resembled the night sky in a hammock of stars, and I wish I could be the sea breeze that made the hammock swing to its melody and touch. His eyes were flirting with my cheeks by planting a crimson blush, for every time that he blinked, his eyelashes kissed and parted away, and we bit our lower lip in an attempt to hide the urge to play the same game that his eyelashes were winning. He had a mark above his right eye that cut to his eyebrow and straight to my heart, with a story so bold and naked that my heart shed its layers like two lovers undressing each other. Well, I think he was a storyteller, for his eyes observed a little too much, devouring every sensation that passed through my spine as he fixed his gaze on my fingers. Of what use was then ink to paper? For he was spinning stories with the hues on my cheeks and the nervous movements of my fingers, penning it down on his lips as they curved into a smile. And at that very moment, he caught me, mischievously diving into the pages of his novel. But before I could give him an end to our story, it was time for me to bid goodbye. And so I've captured him in my poetry, an ode to the most unusual pair of eyes.
Wow.
Three more people. Yeah, some time. We can continue from there. Kunal, your first time on stage. What have your recollection?
I used to do school plays in the 7th standard, I want to say.
Yeah.
And elocution in the 6th standard. But I remember in the 5th, we had this fancy dress competition, and I was dressed as a South Indian.
That's all. Yeah, I know, but that's all there is. Yeah, just.
And I wore a kurta, and then I came to know on the day that I'm supposed to speak, like say something. I thought a fancy dress competition, I'm addressing.
Yeah.
But then you have to talk. So then I was supposed to speak, and somebody said, "Oh, you should say something in a South Indian accent." I was like, Catholic school, what are you talking about? So I tried to do my best South Indian accent. There was no South Indian accent. It was just me talking. I am Munarra, I am South Indian. This is my dhoti, and I walked.
Oh. Keeping it low and real. That's it. Wow. That's yeah. I can't.
It was 4th or 5th standard. I can't remember.
Do you remember whose idea it was to, like, the school itself told you that you should?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was fancy dress competition, I think. But yeah, I think my mom encouraged me to like why to go dresses.
Okay. Fair enough.
Which is quite interesting that dhoti is a fancy dress.
Yeah.
It's kind of basic.
Yeah. I mean, relatable. That was relatable. Thank you for sharing. So after the third strike, I didn't do anything. This is 11th standard. I didn't do anything on stage. I was like, नहीं करना है यार, क्यों करूँ मैं? ठीक है. So school, in class also I wouldn't really do much. In life also I'm like, ठीक है, अच्छा है. My friends would go dance, they would go do theater. I'm like, good for you. I'm just taking a bus home. So I would go. I knew that I wanted to do something. Like by 11th, 12th, I had some, like, maybe. But I was not sure. I was like, नहीं यार, ये देख हो चुका है, नहीं करना है. So I waited for like 3 years. I didn't wait, but like 3 years just passed. And I reached degree college. I started studying this college and it was all fine. Until one day where they were like, come for football selection. And like, I don't know about you guys or how many of you played sports, but in 8th standard, when I started playing football, I was like, I'm the king. I don't know how many of you felt like that. I can do everything, okay? Because I hadn't played with other people. I just played around with my gully friends and I'm like, oh yeah, I can kill it. So I go to this college. There are 400 people for a 11-member squad, okay? 15 pagad lo extra people. 15. 400 people, okay? And I went and I was like, chalo, dekhte hai. So it gave us initial tasks, you know, run with the ball, dribble, run around, things like that. Now, by then I'd grown up and I saw around and I saw like literally some people doing it and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, I'm not going to be selected for football because these guys are too good. And there were people already, they were like, aisa rumors channel guy, that guy was in state level, that guy played for, you know, some team, he played for some club. Ab to kuch nahi hone wala hai, theek hai, there's no way. Same time, my department was having a theater audition. I was like, I have chances of getting selected better over here than getting at football. Let's just see what happens. So I went, again, like usual, on the first day, there were like 200 people who showed up. By the third day, there were only like 40 people. One of them was me, who stayed back somehow. And I thought, मेरे को backstage या कुछ काम दे देंगे, कर लूँगा मैं. मेरे को बस class से दूर रहना है थोड़ी देर के लिए. I want to do something else. But the seniors were directing a play. And I don't know what they saw in me, but they were like, you should play this character of a lawyer that we are writing for this play. I didn't know what's going to happen, nothing. I didn't have a say then also. I mean, I just said, मेरे को मौका मिल रहा है, ले लेते हैं. We rehearse, it's all fine. By then I had gained some kind of confidence. I had reached a point in life where I'm like, maybe I can try again. Okay, maybe I can try again. So I go up on stage and I used to study in this college called Christ University in Bangalore. We have a huge, like a very nice auditorium that I always wanted to like perform in. Never got a chance, but eventually I did. So I go there. I'm obviously nervous. And my line is, I say some two things and the light comes on and the play begins. And then the judge says a few words and as a lawyer, I say a few words and things like that. But I had to start the play. I didn't know that until the last day. They didn't tell me lighting instruction kya hai. Ki light off रहने वाला है. As soon as you say the first word, the light will come on. Now I'm freaking out. Now my mother's words, my childhood, everything's coming back. I'm like, nahi yaar, fuck मैंने क्या कर दिया. So I was like, चल try करते. So I go on stage and there are floor mics, huge stage. And it's just me, the person in the Kadghari and is it called Kadghari? Kadghara and the judge sitting there. So I've closed my eyes. I'm like, okay. I say the two words and the lights like come shining on. And now I can see the auditorium is full. And it's a 2,000 seating capacity. Okay? So there are 2,000 people sitting. And I've realized it because I can see their eyes, only their eyes. And I can see this pressure of 4,000 eyeballs just looking at me saying, say the next word, man, we're waiting. And then I said the next word. And they were like, okay, we're waiting. I said the next word. And they're like, okay, we'll wait. And this, I don't know, this weird energy became like anything. And I just had to like do a 2.5 minute scene. I had to do some things and I had to leave. That's all I had. But that was the first time I felt like very alive. I felt like I existed for once and someone's listening. Because all these years it was always like trying to find a character of who I am and, friends not listening to me, not talking much, scared, all of that jazz. Finally, for once, I felt like I'm not that scared. I feel okay. I'm not feeling the shivers in my leg. People are listening to me. And I said some line which had to like take the play forward. And I said that line and it landed. I didn't know it'll land and stuff. I just said it. It landed. It was nice. People received it well. There was a good response and the play just went on. And I came out of that feeling like, okay, it's not that bad. This strike one, there was strike three. And now it's a good point. Ki kuch to acha hua hai. But don't be so hopeful also. It's only like a 2.5 minute scene. You did something, good for you. We'll see if any other future shit comes up. We'll think about it. Tab tak dekhte hain. But that is the first time in life I felt like, okay, man, something nice is happening. That gave me hope, basically. And I think hope is very important. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Cool. 3 more people. Next performer. Again, I'm very happy that he's here. I'm very happy that you guys get to listen to him. Go, hey, go, like, come on, 3 लोग हैं यार, come on, come on. Can we please have Dhruv? Come on, man, keep clapping till he comes on stage. Little more, little.
Can we please have a huge round of applause for the host, guys? आसान नहीं है यहाँ पे इतनी देर तक खड़े रह के आप लोगों को engage करना, because most of you guys have attention span of a goldfish, quite honestly. But some of you have good attention span. Like, I would fall in the goldfish category, honestly. Okay, that was awkward. I was just trying to be funny, guys. I'm not a stand-up comedian or something, but I try sometimes. एक नज़्म है मेरी कि उन लोगों के लिए है तो खैर हम सभी के लिए, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग हैं मुंबई में रहने वाले जो अपने घरों से बहुत फासले पे रहते हैं, बहुत दूर रहते हैं घर से, तो उन लोगों के लिए कि एक महबूब ही नहीं जो दिल के पास होता है, ए मुसाफिर घर बड़ा ही ख़ास होता है। यहाँ शाये सुकून और राहत बसते हैं, रहने वालों के मसाइल और आहट बसते हैं। यहाँ गम के मौसम जल्दी बिसर जाते हैं, इंसानी मखौटे और शराब उतर जाते हैं। मेरी खिड़की से गुजर के गर्मियों की लू आती है, आते आते साथ वो बचपन की खुशबू लाती है। मेरा तसव्वुर ज़्यादा देर बरकरार नहीं रहता, दूर इतना हूँ उससे याद भी यूँ आती है। ये कभी हमराह कभी हमराज होता है, ए मुसाफिर घर बड़ा ही ख़ास होता है। शुक्रिया। मगर तुम तो बासफ़र बस चले जा रहे हो, किस मंजिल की खातिर यूं जले जा रहे हो। मसरूफियत के समंदर में फुर्सत का साहिल दिखे उतर जाना, ए मुसाफिर मेरी दरख्वास्त है कि तुम कभी घर जाना। हो सके, शुक्रिया, हो सके कुछ मिल जाए अपनी खातिर तुझे वहाँ, अगर रास्ते में पड़ता हो तो अपने शहर जाना। हो सके कुछ मिल जाए जो खो गया था, जाग उठे फिर वो बच्चा जो सो गया था। यूँ तो खुशनसीबी भी आती है दर पे मेरे, है छत मुझे मयस्सर सर पे मेरे। शुक्रिया, मगर मेरे अक्स को मेरा चेहरा बड़ा मायूस लगता है, मेरी बालकनी से घर बड़ा ही दूर लगता है। ये फ़कत मकान नहीं एहसास होता है, ए मुसाफिर घर बड़ा ही ख़ास होता है। शुक्रिया, 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 बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत शुक्रिया। बहुत अच्छा आप लोग सुन रहे हैं। और एक गज़ल मैं आप लोगों के सामने पेश करना चाहूँगा। मैं तरन्नुम में नहीं पढ़ता, तहत में पढ़ता हूँ, क्योंकि अगर मैं तरन्नुम में पढ़ूँगा तो आप सब लोग चले जाएंगे। कि अच्छा, वबा एक शब्द के मानी जान ली। वबा मतलब पैंडेमिक। चाहूँ तो अपने दर्द की दवा हो जाऊँ मैं, चाहूँ तो अपने दर्द की दवा हो जाऊँ मैं, पर शर्त है कि तुझसे जुदा हो जाऊं मैं। चाहूं तो अपने दर्द की दवा हो जाऊं मैं, पर शर्त है कि तुझसे जुदा हो जाऊं मैं। ना सलाखें ना कोई दरो दीवार है यहाँ, ना सलाखें ना कोई दरो दीवार है यहाँ। जो माइंड की प्रिजन देखे कैसी होती है, कि ना सलाखें ना कोई दरो दीवार है यहाँ, मुमकिन ही नहीं कि रिहा हो जाऊं मैं। ना सलाखें ना कोई दरो दीवार है यहाँ, मुमकिन ही नहीं कि रिहा हो जाऊं मैं। और नफरत ने कहा कि गला घोंट दे मेरा, नफरत ने कहा कि गला घोंट दे मेरा, इससे पहले कि एक वबा हो जाऊं मैं। शुक्रिया। कि नफरत ने कहा कि गला घोंट दे मेरा, इससे पहले कि एक वबा हो जाऊं मैं। माना हर चीज़ की कीमत है दुनिया में, माना हर चीज़ की कीमत है दुनिया में, यूं भी ना हो कि एक सौदा हो जाऊं मैं। माना हर चीज़ की कीमत है दुनिया में, यूं भी ना हो कि एक सौदा हो जाऊं मैं। और आखिरी शेर सुनिएगा कि मिट्टी को मिट्टी में मिला दे खुदा, मिट्टी को मिट्टी में मिला दे खुदा, कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि खुदा हो जाऊं मैं। शुक्रिया, 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 बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप लोगों। बैक टू हर्ष गाइस।
मज़ा ही आ गया, क्या बात है। कैन वी प्लीज वन गाइस, 2 लोग हैं गाइस, 2 लोग बस घर जा सकते इसके बाद। थैंक यू सो मच ध्रुव, एज यूजुअल। आई एम ग्लैड यू एग्जिस्ट एंड यू राइट। I was left as only last person. Your memory of stage, first ever time.
I started getting on stage when I was, I think, in 11th grade. तो हम स्कूल में स्कूल के लिए शायरी पढ़ता था मैं stage
अच्छा।
पे. But there was an inside joke amongst all the students because they knew that I liked this girl in school.
Yeah. 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 Ah. Did the person know? Like eventually? क्या specific है? Oh. Mm. Yeah, like.
I think she was not into famous writers.
Nice, nice. That's a good part. um, but thank you for sharing. Can we please have a round of applause for him? Sharing. I'll quickly do this segment called the second last performer. We can go home. I did theatre in college for a while. It was good. It was really good. I started my own production house. I put up plays in Bangalore. It was really fun. It transformed for me. That whole 3 years of degree college really transformed for me. I was still not completely confident, but I was like, it's been a good space. It's not been as bad. It's been consistent. It's been a good space. I'm able to do this. I'm confident I can do this. Years passed, I moved from Bangalore to Bombay. I started working in this organization called Teach for India. For those of you who don't know, it's like an NGO where they train people like me who are interested, who get selected. It's a proper job where you are trained to be a teacher in either a low-income public or private school. So I was teaching in the school in Goregaon. I was teaching grade 2 and 3. One of the best times of my life, I guess. I feel like I grew with them. I feel like I was a kid when I was with them, and I grew with them. And it is a very weird perspective shift because as a student to a teacher, you're like, fuck all teacher, get out and all of that. And as a teacher, you're like, oh man, that's a lot harder than anyone can imagine it to be. And whichever classes I was in, my classes were the most unruly, the most ruthless, the most like inhuman students in class who will like really fuck teachers' case for no reason, okay? We made teachers cry. Whichever batch or class I've been to in school or college, some of the other teachers cried. Not my scene, okay? I didn't do anything. I couldn't talk, could barely talk, so nothing I could do. So when I came here, I didn't really perform because theatre needs a lot of time and commitment, and I didn't have that because I needed to earn money and live in a city like Bombay. So in my head, the concept was कि मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ perform. But I would go to class every day. And it was like a performance. Like I would perform for my kids because I loved entertaining them in a way where I can also they can learn out of it. I didn't know if I was a good teacher. I knew I can be a friend. I can listen. I can have a conversation. We can make it seem like, okay, we are doing something productive out of this. And honestly, I learned a lot from them. But I feel like I turned around as a performer because of those kids. And I wouldn't have done it in any other... Like, I'm happy that my life came to this point where I had to do this for me to realize that, fuck, I am actually performing. And this is like an everyday thing. And it's fun because I can play characters, I can do sounds, I can get these people. And for me, it was like, I really wanted my kids to laugh, whether I laugh at me or laugh at what I'm saying. But the fact is that, like, enjoy, understand something and laugh. And for 2 years, I did that. And yeah, that really changed the way I did. Because it was stepping stones of like understanding stage and understanding characters and then coming to a whole other world where you're trying to be this person who's kind of trying to add value. But honestly, they added all the value in my life. I really didn't do much. I'm glad that I could be their student and they could all be my teacher. So yeah, I'm glad that happened in my life. Cool. Last two people, you know what to do. Go mad. Can we please have Asha? Oh, okay. Keep clapping. Yeah. Second last, guys. Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. I started my journey from here, the open mic journey. And after 4 years, I'm back with my book. So today I will be reading from my book. When we start writing, हम में से बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो सोते बहुत कम हैं. किन सबको इंसोम्निया है यहाँ पे? Migraine.
Mildly.
Sorry? Might be. Okay. So yeah, I have insomnia. मैं बहुत कम सोती हूँ. I think मैं 2-3 घंटे सो लूँ तो मुझे बस मैं बहुत खुश हो जाती हूँ कि बस आज मैंने अच्छे से नींद ले ली है. नींद का मेरा बिल्कुल अच्छा रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. And most my poetry is written while I'm just staring outside the window or the ceiling और ये सब. So इंसोम्निया के ऊपर आपको एक कविता सुनाती हूँ. इसका नाम है थोड़ी सी नींद. दूर सुनहरे पंछियों के देश के किस्से सुना दो. दूर सुनहरे पंछियों के देश के किस्से सुना दो, और पंखों में छिपा था राज क्या ये भी बता दो. दूर सुनहरे पंछियों के देश के किस्से सुना दो, और पंखों में छिपा था राज क्या ये भी बता दो. छेड़ो कुछ मीठी सी बातें, छेड़ो कुछ मीठी सी बातें बाग में सोती परी की. छेड़ो कुछ मीठी सी बातें बाग में सोती परी की, और फिर की जंगलों में खोके वो कैसे डरी थी. और फिर की जंगलों में खोके वो कैसे डरी थी. मेले में ही जाने का कैसे किसी का मन बढ़ा था. मेले में ही जाने का कैसे किसी का मन बढ़ा था, और कैसे भीड़ में फिर जेब से बटुआ गिरा था. और कैसे भीड़ में फिर जेब से बटुआ गिरा था, या फिर जादू की छड़ी सी मीठी कोई लोरी सुना दो. या फिर जादू की छड़ी सी मीठी कोई लोरी सुना दो. कुछ भी करो, बस आज मुझको थोड़ी सी तुम नींद ला दो. अभी एक और पोइम सुनाती हूँ आपको. हम लोग सब सपने देखते हैं, सब. लेकिन सपने देखना और सपने पूरा करना ये दो अलग चीज़ें होती हैं. और जब हम सपने देखना शुरू करते हैं तो हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि उन्हें पाना कितना मुश्किल होगा, और बीच में कई बार हम डर भी जाते हैं, डगमगा भी जाते हैं. इस कविता का नाम है सपने दिलों में पला करते हैं. गर सपने दरख्तों पर लगा करते, गर सपने दरख्तों पर लगा करते, हर आंगन में उम्मीदों के चांद उतरा करते. गर सपने दरख्तों पर लगा करते, हर आंगन में उम्मीदों के चांद उतरा करते. पत्तों से छनकर बिखरती हौसले की चांदनी, पत्तों से छनकर बिखरती हौसले की चांदनी. आंगन कामयाबी के फूल गिरा करते. पत्तों से छन के बिखरती हौसले की चांदनी. आंगन कामयाबी के फूल गिरा करते. गर सपने दरख्तों पर लगा करते, पर सपने आँखों में उगा करते हैं. पर सपने आँखों में उगा करते हैं. पलकों पर छोड़कर अपने होने का एहसास चुपके से दिलों में पला करते हैं. पहरे कई लगते हैं इन पर, पहरे कई लगते हैं इन पर. कई लोग इनके पंख काट दिया करते हैं. पहरे कई लगते हैं इन पर, कई लोग इनके पंख काट दिया करते हैं. फिर भी निकल पड़ते हैं बेखौफ उड़ानों पर, फिर भी निकल पड़ते हैं बेखौफ उड़ानों पर. जब भी इन्हें हौसले मिला करते हैं. शुक्रिया. पिंजरे में नहीं जी सकते, पिंजरे में नहीं जी सकते. खुले आसमानों के परिंदे हैं. ये टूटने का डर नहीं, जीतने का जुनून मांगा करते हैं. ये टूटने का डर नहीं, जीतने का जुनून मांगा करते हैं. ओस की बूंद नहीं जो धूप चढ़े और खो जाए, ओस की बूंद नहीं जो धूप चढ़े और खो जाए. सोना है तब कर साकार हुआ करते हैं, सोना है तब कर साकार हुआ करते हैं. सपने आँखों में उगा करते हैं. पलकों पर छोड़कर अपने होने का एहसास चुपके दिलों में पला करते हैं.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One last one. Calling the last ever person for today. And that's it. So need all of your participation together, collectively. Last person. We get to go home, guys. To whatever. Home, work, anything. Go crazy. A little more. Can we please have Manhar?
हाय बॉडी बिल्डर नहीं हूँ यार मैं यार दिल्ली से हूँ तो लोगों को लगता है कि मैं थोड़ा ऐसे, बट ऐसा नहीं है। अच्छा, तो मैं दिल्ली से हूँ और मैं हाल ही में मुंबई आया चिल करने के लिए और देखने के लिए व्हाट कैन बी डन वर्क वाइज। और हमारी बॉम्बे में एक महबूब भी है, तो है ना, तो ऐसा, और ऐसा कहा जाता है कि आपकी जो महबूब की गली की हवा होती है वो बड़ी नशीली होती है। तो इस पे मैंने एक छोटा सा ख्याल लिखा, मैं अर्ज़ करता हूँ, ज़रा इरशाद आज अर्ज़ किया है कि किसी फूल से कम कोई खिला हुआ गुलाब लगती है, कि किसी फूल से कम कोई खिला हुआ गुलाब लगती है, किसी जवाब से कम कोई पूछा गया सवाल लगती है, कि किसी फूल से कम कोई खिला हुआ गुलाब लगती है, किसी जवाब से कम कोई पूछा गया सवाल लगती है। मैं पीऊँ ना पीऊँ लड़खड़ा के चलता हूँ, अब तो तेरे शहर की हवा भी शराब लगती है, अब तो तेरे शहर की हवा। शेर अच्छा था, वाह कमाई है, आवा देते रहिएगा, मज़ा आएगा आपको। ठीक है, एक और शेर देखिए, ऐसा कहा है कि जो किए ही नहीं मैंने कभी वो भी वादे निभा रहा हूं मैं, कि जो किए ही नहीं मैंने कभी वो भी वादे निभा रहा हूं मैं, मुझसे फिर बात कर रही है वो, फिर से बातों में आ रहा हूं मैं, फिर से बातों में आ रहा हूं। एक और शेर देखिए, मॉनसून इज अप्रोचिंग, आ गया इनफैक्ट, और बॉम्बे का मॉनसून कहते हैं, बड़ी हाइप है इसकी, दिल्ली में भी बहुत हाइप है। तो एक मैंने शेर पढ़ा, मैं ज़रा आपके लिए आपके बीच रखता हूँ। कुछ ऐसा कहा है कि ख्वाहिश है ये कि पूरी ये ख्वाहिश हो जाए, कि ख्वाहिश है ये कि पूरी ये ख्वाहिश हो जाए, वो छाता एक लाए और ऊपर से बारिश हो जाए, वो छाता एक लाए और ऊपर से। अच्छा, एनी स्मोकर्स इन द हाउस? अच्छा, वाह क्या बात है। एक आप लोगों के लिए छोटा सा ख्याल, ऐसा कहा है कि वो साथ है इस बात का सुकून है, कि वो साथ है इस बात का सुकून है, पर इस आखिरी मुलाकात में एक थकान है। वो साथ है इस बात का सुकून है, पर इस आखिरी मुलाकात में एक थकान है। एक बुझती हुई सिगरेट है, कुछ जलते हुए अरमान है। एक बुझती हुई सिगरेट है, कुछ जलते हुए अरमान है, और जाते जाते दिया उसने मेरी दीवानगी को एक इनाम है। जाते जाते दिया उसने मेरी दीवानगी को एक इनाम है। मेरी सिगरेट के फिल्टर पे उसकी लिपस्टिक का निशान है, मेरी सिगरेट के फिल्टर पे उसकी लिपस्टिक का निशान है। एक आखिरी में एक वक्त है मेरे पास, 1 मिनट की एक छोटी सी नज़म है। वसीम बरेलवी साहब ने कहा है कि मोहब्बत में बुरी नीयत से कुछ सोचा नहीं जाता, बेवफा उसे कहा जाता है, समझा नहीं जाता, है ना। तो मोहब्बत ही इसकी नाम है, इस गज़ल एक छोटी सी नज़म है, पेश करता हूँ मैं आपके सामने। कहा है कि कल रात मोहब्बत मिलने आई थी, कि कल रात मोहब्बत मिलने आई थी, पूछ रही थी तुम्हारे बारे में, शायद बात करनी थी तुमसे, या फिर शिकायत कह लो। शिकायत उसने मुझसे भी की, नाइंसाफ़ी की, नाइंसाफ़ी जो उसके साथ हो रही है। क्यों? क्योंकि मुझ जैसे लोग तुम्हें मोहब्बत कहने लगे हैं। और क्या ही गलत कह रहे हैं, तुम हो ही तो मोहब्बत। लोग अपने महबूब से मोहब्बत करते हैं, पर मैंने अपने महबूब को ही मोहब्बत कहा है। और जब आपको मोहब्बत से मोहब्बत हो जाती है तो ये मोहब्बत की इंतहा हो जाती है। ऐसा कुछ कहा है कि तुम्हें लिखता हूँ तो लफ्ज़ हो तुम, तुम्हें सोचता हूँ तो ख्याल हो तुम, तुम्हें मांगता हूँ तो दुआ हो तुम, तुम्हें पूछता हूँ तो सवाल हो तुम, तुम्हें कहता हूँ तो बात हो तुम, तुम्हें तरसता हूँ तो बरसात हो तुम, तुम्हें पढ़ता हूँ तो शेर हो तुम, सच कहूँ तो मोहब्बत हो तुम, सच कहूँ तो मोहब्बत हो तुम। तो इस मोहब्बत में मोहब्बत को मोहब्बत से मोहब्बत कर दिया, तो मोहब्बत की कसम खा के तुम बताओ क्या ये मोहब्बत मोहब्बत नहीं है। तो इस मोहब्बत में मोहब्बत को मोहब्बत से मोहब्बत कर दिया, तो मोहब्बत की कसम खा के तुम बताओ क्या ये मोहब्बत मोहब्बत नहीं है। मेरी मोहब्बत को सिर्फ तुम्हारी इजाज़त चाहिए, और ना भी मिले तो ठीक है ना, क्योंकि कल रात मैं लड़ लिया था मोहब्बत से, मुझसे मिलने आई थी, पूछ रही थी तुम्हारे बारे में, शायद बात करनी थी तुमसे, या फिर शिकायत कह लो, या फिर शिकायत कह लो, या फिर शिकायत कह लो। दैट्स माय टाइम गाइस, मन्नत से।
Thank you so much. Can we please, yeah? Thank you so much, each one of you coming. That was our open mic about me and my life. The chapters are still being written right now. I don't know if there'll be an end to it. I don't hope there'll be an end to it, because the one thing that I was scared about, to be in front of stage and people, is literally what I want to do for as long as I can from now on. So thank you for listening, for coming. I really appreciate it. We have open mics on Sundays and Mondays. The process is the same. You have to comment yes on the post, and then you might get in touch. We have a lot of comedy shows during the weekend. Please do that. My Instagram handle is @YSOHARSH. If you want to, if you don't want to, it's fine. It's okay. Apart from that, validate each other's work if you want to. Right now is a good time. If you like someone's work, please let them know. That's about it. Thank you. Have a great weekday. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Whoop-dee.